hey, I'm down for everything and anything, any questions. You know, I'm gonna try to answer it the best of my ability. You feel me? So that's why I told your chat to go hard on me because I don't want no holdbacks. You know
Same thing with your chat.
Give it to me.
I know.
Like give it. You know what I mean? Like I want that shit. Like I want it. Like I'm not scared of this. Yeah.
Hold on,
Okay, we are gonna. Did you send me a knock?
Yes, sir.
We are gonna be doing a collab chat shit. All Star, appreciate you for the follow.
All Star is really cool, yes. So chat, please drop him some love, show him some love. You guys will see him. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. W Beard. Chad loves your beard already. You know what I mean?
Chad loves my beard. Ooh, I appreciate it. Y'all think I got like a top 10 beards of all time? What y'all think?
Hey, that's your next tier list. You know, top tier beards.
Top 10. Who has the best beard on Twitch.tv? But I'll get canceled. I'm not really good with it. People don't like when I do tier lists.
Oh, really? Yeah, me too. I've never done one, so fair enough.
Yeah,
so
everybody got mad. I got mad. Someone made a video on me last time.
It happens, you know. You're not really doing something right if you don't get if somebody doesn't make a video about you. You know what I mean? But anyways, okay, let's get things started.
Yeah, he just has a bald patch in his hair. Where?
No, I don't. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the squad. I appreciate you.
Stupid, I meant watching
it's an axe. Hold on. Squadski and ZX37. Welcome in.
It's all what? So why is Shiv in outer space world?
Oh, me? I'm sorry. My backdrop is a green screen, bro. I have no other. Hold on. I can change this. I can put a beard. I can try and match Shah's bed. Hold on, I got this, bro. I got this broke ass shit.
He has a green screen. So
I got green screen, bro. Like, yo, setup is kind of small, you know. So rather than see my bed behind me, you know, bam, we got this. You know, this is what we got. So we got like a cool beard.
Okay, perfect.
There we go.
Okay, so Shiv, do you kind of want to break it down for the people that don't? First of all, for the people that don't know you, because I'll introduce myself after. Okay. For the people that don't know you in my chat, who are you? You know, what do you like doing, and what is this whole segment about, bro? Because they are excited. I know they're gonna want to ask me some questions. I'm pretty sure. Because they like to know about me for some reason. They don't mind their business and shit. So so like go ahead.
Same thing with my chat. So if anybody doesn't know me, hi, I'm Shiv. This is a paid segment, a little plug here that I was told to do. I'm AK's best friend according to him. So he said if I don't mention his name at least one time, I'm cooked. So I had to. Sorry, Shah. So yeah. So, but anyways, hi, I'm Shiv.
Shut your ass up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He said I had to do it, so, you know, okay, fine. We got the business out of the way. But yeah, I'm Shiv. I'm a variety streamer. Been streaming for a very long time. Shah kind of did a deep dive on me not too long ago, and it was like 5 years of consistent streaming. So we might bring up that in terms of things as well. But like, I've been streaming for a long time. Each year that I've kind of streamed, I've kind of grown. Kind of figure out different things of how streaming the world has changed from how it was 5 years ago. So some people might say consistency. Some people might say, why haven't you grown, right? So things like that is where we're going to kind of go. I play anything from anything. I've been learning from like Shah, AK, Ruzi, some of the other guys that have come in. A little bit more about how to do the just chatting stuff because that's the era that we're in. So I do play Arc Raiders, Marvel Rivals. We're trying to do a really cool Marvel Rivals segment. I often cosplay as Deadpool. So you might see him from time to time. Shaw saw him the other day. I talked to him, so it was cool. And now we're just playing a little bit of anything that kind of comes up. We just finished Resident Evil, and we are here. So feel free to ask me anything. I know stuff from streaming way back when to now. A little bit older than Shaw. He calls me Unc respectfully, so I appreciate that. But like, you know, that's a little bit mumby. So what we're doing today into Sense and Stability is something that I kind of created, I came up with, where it's like, it gives people the opportunity to kind of come on here. We all have lives. We're all a people at the end of the day. We're not only just on the online universe. Twitch isn't our main thing. We all have things outside of Twitch. But like, it gives us a place to kind of step aside, put content in, and actually talk about real life shit. So whether life is going great, there's something on your mind, mental health, anything that you guys want to kind of talk to, now's your chance. Ask us the question. We got two streamers from different types of experiences, right? Shah will be able to tell you his point of view. I can tell you mine from back then, right? We got streaming, and if you guys want to ask us about relationships and all that kind of cool stuff, that's also available too, you know? We just won't mention any names, okay? But, you know, it's totally okay. So that's what Sense and Stability is, to give you a little bit of sense, take some advice that you might need to, and then, you know, make your life stable. So today's co-host is Mr. Shahsotweaky, so I'll kind of let him do his thing and introduce himself now.
Shivbuckets, you dating? Shall I be honest, please? How's your dating life? All right, why does everybody want to jump in my dating life?
See? God, this is what I'm trying to say, though.
Oh, my God. Okay, okay. You feel me? For no one that knows me from Shiv's chat, you feel me? It is Shah, also known as Shahsotweaky. You feel me? I'm just chatting IRL. Don't really do games, but I'm involved in everywhere. Okay, I try to be everywhere, try to do everything. I'm very controversial, as some would like to say. Some people don't like me for the way I talk and the way I move. I'm very blunt, cutthroat, ruthless, at times very heartless. You feel me? Because I like to speak the truth, and people don't like that shit. So you feel me? If I don't, sugarcoat it, then you're not gonna mess with me. I just kind of like to keep it real. But besides that, I also like to yap a lot, and I don't stop talking when I like the topic and I'm passionate about it. So I feel like this is gonna be a good conversation. Shiv's a great dude. I met him through AK, Kage, all of them. They're good people, man. And they supported me since I could remember, honestly. Since we've met, they've been supporting me, behind the scenes and stuff like that as well. So good dude. I feel like it's gonna be a good conversation. Again, y'all can ask us anything.
Yep.
It doesn't matter, bro. Again, relationships, streaming topics. You feel me? Anything. We're really here to try to answer anything. We're gonna not mention names, okay? So try not to dig too deep. I'm not telling y'all who it is. But yes.
Likewise.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you know, you know. I'll put it like that, right? But
if you know, you know.
We're not here to save the underground, We're just kind of here to do our thing, chat, and like that's the whole thing, right? So, we want to know everything. So, if you guys have any questions, Shaw, you want chat to start first, or do you want us to kind of like? You have anything on your mind today, sir? How's your day? You tell me.
Okay, let's talk about our days. I'm a little nervous. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect this many people to jump in. Shit, man. Okay, this is kind of awkward. All right, hold on, y'all scaring me. Hold on. Let me get my nerves out.
We got this. We got this.
I didn't expect people to pop in like this. Okay.
No, I was nervous to do this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the one and only Mr. Shahsotweaky, but you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, now I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying, Shiv? You are a very, nice person. And I will say, I am an L friend to Shiv. He is kind of my uncle and shit, like you were saying earlier. I don't be popping into Shiv stuff that much.
But that's okay, though.
I need to do that more.
But you see, like, this is the thing that people don't like. I guess we're gonna get started right off there. Like, you don't need like we know each other for a short amount of time, but like I feel like within that short time, I got to know a lot about you. So, yes, I also know you have your goals and you're going to push, right? So as long as you're in motion, I'm good with that. Like, you don't need to be in my stream all the time to be one of my boys or to support me. Like that type of mentality where support for support, kind of stupid though, especially in today's age, right? Because like you kind of want your friends to be there and be at the best, right? For me, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been told that I push people too much. Sometimes people don't like that, but the way how I see it is, if you're my friend, the best thing I can give to you as a friend is to make sure your potential is maximized. So Shaw, I respectfully, I understand. Really could get... Yo, if you,
no, but that's how I feel. Because I was one, and I can speak a lot about this shit because honestly, it really showed me. And as you know, a lot of people know, I did my tweakathon like in December, right? And I feel like
thank you for the follow, Ari. I appreciate you.
Before that month, I would really support and try to jump in everyone's chat and try to be there a lot as much as I could. But during that month in December, I could not be there. I was on stream all the time, and when I wasn't off stream, I was kind of like rebuilding or getting ideas and trying to plan for my next thing. So I could not be there for a lot of people. I couldn't. And during that month, I actually lost a lot of relationships in that month, or people not starting to like me, or people not fucking with me because I just couldn't be there and support as much as I did before. And I think people never understood. It's like, damn, appreciate you for the follow, Joe Bart. I don't think people understood, like, when you're just focusing all on one thing, when you're finally focusing all on yourself and you don't have any time, it's like, bro, what the hell
Sean, what are we doing? What are we doing? Lock it in.
You feel me? What the hell are you supposed to do when you have zero time? And I feel like when you help out so much and then kind of take that away or take that back a little bit, people miss that. And they're like, damn, I wish I could get that back. You know what I mean? I wish he could support me as much as he used to. And then it kind of, you start to build this, like, almost like jealousy/hatred where you're not messing with that. You know what I mean? And then it kind of gets to you and you start to lash out. And then you don't start to like them because they're doing better than you, right?
But then now eloquently put, but like the question is now with friendships, right? Like, does that, like, what classifies like a real friend now? Because as you said, like, yo, you did 30 days, bro. 30 days and 30 nights. Like, bro, the entire month of December. Like, you don't understand. Like, in 5 years of streaming, never have I seen it done at a level like this, right? We've seen Kai, which is Mafiathon, great. But besides Mafiathon or subathons that where you're paying to kind of extend the stream, you're not getting that type of content at a high level where it's changing every day, right? So, like, you also, Shaw, did you not give people the opportunity to, like, grow themselves by having night shifts?
I tried doing everything I could. That's what it was. It was like I didn't have to do night shifts. I didn't have to do all this. I didn't have to bring people on stream. I didn't have to do any of that. Right? I could have just kept it to myself, but I tried to involve it because I was like, yo, this shit's a team thing, you know?
100%.
Like, of course, streaming is a solo thing. Like, you're on your mission by yourself, whatever. We all know that, right, to some extent. But also, why can't we work together and push each other further?
Exactly.
That's how I was really thinking.
So, like, people who said that they don't fuck with you for that, that's kind of, like, those aren't as and both of us have kind of learned. I've learned this through my time as well. Like, you can have people who are really close to you and tell you that they want you to do well, and then at the same time tell you that you're not going to make it as a streamer. So I've got both ends of it, right? But like those people that kind of like expect you to be in their chat, it's kind of like, it's not a mentality that it's going to sustain themselves for content creation, right?
It's not. And to be honest, it's a weak, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's a weak ass mentality. Like, if we're being honest, it's just weak as hell. It's like, you're sad about someone doing, like, realistically, you're sad about someone doing so much better than you in that sense. And it's like, why are you taking it so negatively when you can take, like, everybody has jealousy. Everybody
100%.
has gets jealousy. Everyone gets greed. Everyone gets all these different things, right? But it's the way you go about these things. It's like, if you get jealous, okay, you're getting jealous, then why don't you take that, you know, use that shit as fuel and be like, look, if that dude's going crazy, if that girl's going crazy, and I'm not doing it, I need to work harder. I need to do better, whatever the case may be. I think people use it as, damn, they're doing better than me, knock them down. I can't have them do better than me. I think there's a different way to go about it, because you can't remove the emotion jealousy. Jealousy will always be there. You can't remove that emotion. It's the way you go about the emotion. If you are jealous of someone, how can you go about it yourself? Because everything leads from what you're doing. You feel me? How can you go about it and move forward from that? But I think people just turn it, like, twist it and be like, nah, how do I take his ass down so I can jump forward and get higher?
Exactly.
I think that's the biggest problem right there.
Because, like, they don't understand, like, in streaming, it's always going to be, you're always chasing something, right? You know this, I know this. We're always chasing something. You're never not going to, like, be okay with where you're at, but like to kind of be like, I need to take somebody else out in order to get somebody else's calm or something, like that nonsense is mind blowing. And like, yo, respectfully, like, I understand this whole underground community thing, but like we're gonna sidetrack here. I hope you know what I mean. I've seen it in Jaden Violet's thing. You know, when he was doing the segment that you couldn't make. So it was the day for like the qualifications, whatever. So you're in the waiting room, bro. And all of these guys in the waiting room, like half of these guys, I don't know any of them, right?
Wait. Was this the Squid Game thing?
Yeah, Squid Game things, right?
Oh, okay. Explain it. I wasn't there.
So like, anybody who kind of wanted an opportunity to kind of go in there was like you go in the waiting room and you wait for him to drag you in. So like I'm in the waiting room, I'm muted, but I'm listening, and these guys are like, yo, they're talking, blah blah blah, but like, yo, as the event goes on, they're like, yo, Jaden isn't bringing us. I've been here for so long, blah, blah, blah. They're not thinking about what the opportunity is that they have, right? They're like, oh, I should make it because I'm X, Y, and Z, and I'm X, Y, and Z. As soon as they get pulled into there, Jaden, oh my God, yo, bro, a big, blah, blah, blah. The glaze switch immediately, right? And you're just like, bro, like, why? Like, why do you do this shit, bro? Like, like, yo, stay true to who you are, right? And it's like, it's a notion of like, and I've kind of seen it with people as well, with the underground community, right? Like, you go and you support somebody, but then something happens or they do something, or like they don't include you, and like, now we don't fuck with them, right? But like, that's not the notion that you need. You need to be around people with streamers that kind of put you in the right place, give you a solid environment. So the same type of stuff that you've kind of issued, like, I've seen it in Jaden Violet's thing as well, and that's just an event to kind of go in to get your clips. You give people the opportunity, and they still turn around and bite you, right? So it's just like, how do you now know to how do you go forward with making friends on Twitch? Like, because that, like, from like a streamer level, it's extremely hard to trust somebody.
And the real truth is, there's no such thing as a streamer friend. I'm gonna keep it 100% bug with you. There's no such thing. How can you know that person your friend when serious shit goes on and then they're not with you anymore? And that's the same thing with all the people that were in the opportunity that you're talking about, in the VC. Of course they're gonna say like, oh, I should deserve this opportunity, whatever. They're not thinking, hold on, I'm in a VC full of other streamers. Why don't I tap in with them and be like, yo, let's all do some shit together, bro? If I was in that VC, I would make a whole plan in that VC in its own and be like, yo, y'all, we should definitely do some shit together since we already all in here. What are we doing? Like, we're already sitting in here waiting. If we don't get this opportunity, maybe we could do some other shit and make a plan or do some shit like that. It's just a different way of thinking about it. It's a completely different way of thinking about it, and people don't think like that. They think, damn, if I didn't get the opportunity and the other person did, now they're gonna feel some type of, jealousy.
You're good.
He got it, and I didn't.
But this is streamer level.
They're not gonna mess with you no more, and it happens every time. And based off what I've seen, respectfully so, last month what has happened to me, I don't think there's many people, like maybe a few, there's exceptions to everything.
Yeah.
Maybe a few people that are truly genuine, but for the most part, like I'm barely gonna be trusting anyone, yo. Like how could I? How could I trust anybody? It's like when people need you, when you need people the most, when times are tough, when it gets rough, you know what I'm saying? You're not thinking right, and everything's falling apart. You feel me? Like your whole life is like falling apart, and you need people. It's like they're not there. But when you're going crazy, when you're on the uprise, when everything's going well, everybody's there cheering you on. I don't really give a fuck. Like, now you're cheering me on. What the hell does that have to do with me? Now I already got myself back on my own feet. You feel what I'm saying? Like, where were you when I needed you when I was on the ground? Like, needing help. You know, like, I'm knocked. Revive me, like, help me. But nah, it's like, no, I don't want to help you, because if I help you, then I'm going to get rocks thrown at me as well. And they don't want, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to sit with you through the storm. Hey, they want to be with you when it's sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, and like as yourself, you've kind of gone through ups and downs recently as well, right? And like that entire situation, like I didn't know about it until after the effect, and that was like a week or two after. And then when I found out, I was like, you know me, I reach out to you and I tell you, I send you a message, you know what I mean? But like that entire situation, I think is complete bullshit as well, right? Like it's nonsense, right? But it comes back to your notion of your point. People see you growing, see you striving, and they want what you have. But they don't understand the concept of like the effort that I have to put in off stream. And it's kind of similar to what some people talked about in chat, right? The mentality, right? The way you think and the way that you kind of push yourself to grow and you want to be better for yourself is because obviously you know why you want to stream, right? Half of these guys nowadays, and I'm not trying to shit talk any content creator, but let's keep it real. You guys stream for views, for clicks, to be famous, right? Shaw, do you essentially want to be famous? Is that why you stream or no? Like, why do you stream? Or why do you...
I think to some degree everybody wants to be a big streamer to some degree. I think there's no there like, and to some degree everybody streams to get money if that's something you do all the time. If you stream all the time, to some degree you do it for money. If you stream all the time and you push yourself to these limits and you sacrifice a lot of things, I think you do that for a reason. I don't think there's no reason for that. Do I want to get rich and famous? Oh, I would say yes, I do want to get rich and famous, of course, but I think my bigger mission is to make a bigger impact in really, you know what I'm saying, to really like inspire people, you know, help people. Like, I've always loved helping people, and that would be my biggest goal. But by default, that means I want to do this shit for the rest of my life, which by default, this is going to be my main income source. And by default, I'm going to get the people that are going to look at me and look at me as an inspiration. So it all leads down to this like ladder. It like goes down in this ladder. It's like by default, all these things are going to come with you trying to inspire everybody. Right. You know what I mean? Because everybody, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, but I feel like everybody that says, oh, I don't stream for money and I don't do any of that, I just stream for fun. Like, I get what you're trying to say, but at the same time, you want to make streaming your main priority and your main thing. So you are technically doing it for some money. You're not just doing it just to do it for the fun of it. You're also doing it to make it your income source because you want to do this for the rest of your life. I'm assuming so, right? If everybody says, like, you want to do this as your main thing, then you're doing it for the money and you're doing it for some of the people. I don't know why people just sugarcoat it and bullshit it. I don't do it for the money. I do it for some of the money. I'm not going to bullshit and lie over here, but I also do it to inspire people. And I think when we sugarcoat and we just lie and we just don't tell people what the hell we're actually here for, then we just feed this. We're basically playing this whole persona that we don't even, we're not true to ourselves. And I think that's really the biggest issue in this whole streaming shit. No one is truly true to themselves. No one's truly who they say they are. No one acts like who they are off the stream. They're a completely different person. They're playing this whole act so they can get people and like rally people, and the hype is there and the drama's there and all this shit is there. But it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not who they actually are. And I mean, I've been realizing that every single day with things that have happened. So.
Okay. So kind of going off what you said here. I don't know if you know, with getting people, like with the whole getting people to rally and like be two different sides. What do you think about this whole motivation thing? Like, in terms of content for motivation, does it work? You know what I mean? Because, like, yo, we've seen it before. You know, it does work. Some people are true to their word with their motivation, right? Like, I be going through stuff. I be going through things, you know what I mean? Like, and that's great. Because inspiring others is a big thing for both me and you, right? We built a community in our own ways by doing that, right? At how we do that, right? But now, like...
Yeah.
Is it a thing that,
I think... This is what I think about it. I think... Some people, okay, there will be people eventually that will see the motivation if it's real motivation. You feel me? And I truly believe true motivation comes from true experiences. It's the experiences you've had in your life, the shit you've gone through. that gave you the motivation, the discipline to explain it to someone else. And people will see the bullshit through you. They're going to see, hold on, is he actually speaking what he's speaking, or is he just saying what he's saying? You know, is he just saying to say that shit like everybody else is saying it? You can see it. Has he gone through real experiences that he's talking from? Because experiences matter the most. It's like the experiences you've gone through is what you're explaining to everybody else, and you're inspiring them so they can go in this different path and not have to deal with the same mistakes you've dealt with. Right? And that's what you're mainly inspiring. It's like, if you've gone through really, really hard shit, do you want that same person to go through that same crazy ass shit? Of course they're gonna deal with hard shit and experiences, but they don't have to deal with it to the extreme you went through. You feel me? They can kind of skip a few steps and deal with the other experiences you're gonna have to deal with. So I think the motivation stuff works if it's actually real motivation. I think eventually, if it's not, people will see through that shit. They will see through you, and they gonna be like, hold on, this dude's full of shit. Like, I don't think anything that he's saying is true. And now they're going to have resentment towards you.
Right. And then from there, you get to see what the effect of streaming is, right? And now, like, with yourself, right? Because, like, you've kind of, as you mentioned just briefly as well, like, how do you stay grounded within this, right? Because, like, you've gone through a change, right? Like, a recent change, right? And, like, the change in terms of, like, dealing with friendships, dealing with, like, stream change in terms of stuff. The one consistently thing that I see that's always been there is your content has been consistently head and shoulders above the rest. And I'll say it, right? Like, from what I've seen previously with streaming and stuff, there's about 3 people I see in the whole underground community, and that's including the vast minority of people who say they're underground, but I don't know them, that can actually make it. I would say it's you, AK, and Clovis. And I can say those 3 names proudly. The 3 of you guys, I think from what I've seen, can actually make it into another level that we don't know yet, right? Because, like, I got 5 years of stuff. I've seen different types of change, but, like, in the era that we are right now, I see the 3 of you guys actually being able to kind of transcend or go to that next level, right? Now, what you guys do with that, it's up to you, right? But, like, everybody's seen all the stuff. They've seen the drama. They've seen the hate. They don't understand it. But, like, for yourself, somebody that's in it, what makes you grounded enough to continue to do that?
You asking me some tough-ass questions, because I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I can't speak for AK, and I can't speak for Chloe, and I appreciate you for the compliment. You feel me?
Yeah, gotcha.
I don't know with how they dealt with through tough times, and I don't know. I don't know if it's equal, whoever dealt with harder times or not. But from my own experience, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know, because there's been plenty of times I've wanted to quit. Not only because just this shit is draining and I feel like I'm not going anywhere with it and I'm just wasting my time, and what the hell am I doing? I'm not getting anything out of it. I got shit to do. I'm 21 years old. I need to, like, do something with my life. Like, I feel like I'm sometimes wasting my time and I'm not doing anything, right? Yeah. But then on the other hand, I'm like, damn, like, I feel like I am doing a lot of shit, and I just feel like it's because the results aren't showing fast enough, I'm just already getting in my own head when I'm realizing this will take time. Streaming will take time. It could take years, right? Yep. And you still couldn't do anything, right? It could take a lot of time. And I feel like a lot of the times when shit really got tough, which really, I'm going to say these past months, right? Yep. Like December, I want to say December and February were the hardest months of my whole time. I won't even lie. There were times where I really, like, it was like, yo, I don't want to do this shit no more. You feel me? And I think, truth be told, man, I think it was the person around me. Like, I don't know if, and it was the people around me. Yeah. It was the person and the people. It was like, it was people that I was, like, really close to, that gave me good advice and would tell me stuff. And they were like, man, I feel like you would beat yourself more down if you stopped. If you stopped, you would beat yourself more down than if you kept going. And I know that about myself. I know if I stop doing some shit when I'm really, like, I'm determined, like this 365, I'm determined to finish this shit. I know if I stop this 365, I'm going to beat my shit to the ground. And I'm going to be so upset that I didn't complete it because of 1 or 2 days of super emotional, things going on, right? It's like, why am I focused on that when I know just in 2 days, everything will be fine? And I think that reminder and that reassurance from those people really helped me to get back to level-headed space, because you have someone to talk to. I feel like when you're just completely alone and you're not talking to people, then it really, like, screws you up even more, because now you have your own thoughts in your own head and you can't even speak to someone about it. So there's no type of therapy. I feel like there's a way to get therapy out in many ways. It could be alone, like going to the gym or doing some shit like that. It could be talking to your friends or talking to your girl or whoever it is, right?
100%.
So there's many different ways, and I feel like if I didn't do that, you feel me, all of that, I don't think I would have been here. And again, at the end of the day, it's your own will and how you go about it. I don't think if I pushed myself and told myself, look, you promised yourself you would never give up on things, no matter how hard things got, I don't think I would have. So I think it was a lot. It was of myself. It was a lot of my mentality. Because no matter how much someone tells you stuff, you won't change until
Right.
you change it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I had to tell myself that, and on top of that, you got a lot of reassurance. Like, man, I feel like the people need you, whatever the case may be. You gonna feel so much worse if you stop this shit. And I ended up coming back, and just kept pushing. Even though the days were slow, the weeks were slow, and I felt like ass, and I didn't really want to do it. I still came in and I still did this shit, and I still grind and I still push through, and I'm here every single day. And now look, I feel so much better. I'm mentally better. You feel me? I feel good on streams now. I feel like I got my energy back, but it took me a whole month to recover from last month. December, it took me a few weeks to recover from that. So it's like it happens, but if you just continue pushing, you'll realize like, thank God I didn't quit in the first place, and I'm still here pushing through. So I think that was the reason I kept level-headed and stayed grounded. It was the people around me, the right people.
Right.
It was the right people around me, and that's on its own. That's another topic. It's like, how do you find the right people?
Exactly, because like I was gonna you kind of, yo, bro. Oh, I'm telling you, like, yo, this is lit. Like, because like, yo, I just, like, in terms of like conversation that's just to bounce off each other like this is really, really cool. And like for me, I really, really appreciate this. Like, question though, like I got a couple questions kind of like just based off what you're saying though, like, and like Jenna kind of hit the point here. Persistency, mindset, all of that is what you need, right? First off, I'll just say, like, whoever's your support system, you've done a really good job with it, and they should commend themselves for being your support system, right? Because you kind of hinted upon it earlier, and I've experienced it myself in streaming. And like for guys, women, anybody that's in here, aliens too, just like keep it like diverse so we don't get anybody fucked up here. Like, when you have somebody either as a companion or whatever, because they make you sell when you have a companion there to kind of just give you that extra source of motivation, Shaw. And if it's happened recently or in the past, feel free to kind of talk about this. But like, that companion to just give you that extra push, it makes you 10 times better, right? Because you have that ability now where you're doing what you're doing and you're getting that like added on extra motivation, right? So that gives you the will to kind of do what you need to do, right? So like, how do you go about choosing the right people in your circle? Because for me, like, you know very well, like, I've had people in my streaming circle more recently as well, because I only know you more recently, who I thought were the right people, but end up not being there, right? So now you kind of navigate.
And I've dealt with that too.
Exactly.
Well. And I've dealt with that. And you'll constantly deal with that, because the same people you think you can trust forever are the same people that could backstab you and backstab you, and then you'll get screwed over eventually, right? I think at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, okay, this is my personal opinion on this. I don't know how you feel about it. Appreciate the biddies, bro. Jenna. Appreciate you
W
so much.
Jenna.
200, yo. W Jenna. I think, you feel what I'm saying? Everybody has one person that they trust more than everyone else. You feel me? And I think there's a lot of risk to that. It depends who that person is. But no matter who you choose, there is one person that you will choose that will have all your information in some way. The most information you've given than anyone else, they will have the most of it, right? And I think all of that is a complete risk. You know what I mean? It could be your girlfriend. It could be your boy. It could be your parents, right? It could be whoever. But there is one person that always has the most information to everyone else, and all of that is a big risk on its own, right? And I think the way I go about it is the qualities they show, the way they treat not just me, but the way they treat everyone else, right? I don't look at just me, because the person that could just treat you just amazing and treat everyone like complete shit. So what if you guys have conflict and then they turn on you? You gotta think of it like that.
Yeah.
If someone treats everyone like shit and they only treat you good, then it's like, holy shit, what if we get in an argument, we get in a fight, then they're gonna say, screw you, I'm out this shit, I'm gonna leak everything that you told me to the whole world. Right? And you gotta really think like that, and really think, I like to put it as, what is the worst, like, if we had, like, the worst fight ever, like, the worst thing ever, right? Me and you, Shiv, and I gave you a lot of information, right? And we had the worst, like, friendship, fight, whatever, and we, like, we're not friends anymore. Would you go out in the internet and leak all the information we've talked about behind the scenes?
No.
If I answer that question, yes. Right. If I answer that question, yes, then maybe I should be smarter and not tell you as much things. If I answer it no, then I'm taking the risk and trusting you with that information. And that's the way you got to go about it. You can't look at all the happiness and all the sunshines and rainbows, because that's always going to happen. Everybody wants to smile and be there when all the good shit is happening. What about when the hard shit is happening? What about when things are rough, when the argument's happening, when bullshit is going on? right? And it's like you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be there. You don't want to like talk to that person for this time being, or talk to that friend or whoever it is. But you're still there and you're still pushing, right? What about times like that? And I feel like that will really show you, right? And you can see it through little comments and little fights and shit like that, with the way a person really is. Their true colors start to come out, and you really see that. And I think you got to really analyze each and every person you're really with, because at the end of the day, man, everything is a risk, and you can get really screwed if you don't move accordingly. It's all a risk at the end of the day. There's no controlling it. The person you think the most you could trust could screw you over, but that's why you have to be very careful.
Kasumi, I know these.
See the different signs.
These are this is another friend. He's another really cool person.
Kasumi
Kasumi definitely would follow.
I would say find one person that you really trust. Everybody else be very careful with, but the person you do trust, really analyze them and know who the hell they are before you really give them that much information. You know what I mean? And 100%. If you get screwed over, then you get screwed over, and at the end of the day, you're just a good person. Like, you can't do anything about that. That's who you are. You feel me? And that's just what it's going to be. But you'll learn your lesson. That's why I have a lot of trust issues. I don't trust a lot of people, and I really stick to a very small group of people, especially now more than ever.
No, you're right. No, Jordy. No, it's fine, Jordy. I could say it. The reason why I'm laughing is because I've experienced it. I've experienced it very recently as well. So, like, the fact that he's saying is true, right? And, like, he's right. The person that you choose to give your information to, right, whether it's a person, a friend, or a companion, right, it's very much important, right? So for me, going back to like being in I was in a relationship. I was trying to get into one and it didn't work out. So like what he's saying is 100% facts. You know what I mean? So like that's why I could relate very much to what Shah is saying, because it's true. You need to have these things, and like when it doesn't work out, how do you go from there, right? So he's kind of thing, right? Like, how do you know, like, now, like, when something like that's happened, how do you now know to like reinvent yourself, right? Like when you go through the situation and you've come out of it and you're on the opposite end of it, what's the starting point to reinvent yourself? Like, that's what we gotta figure out, right? How you did it and how I'm doing it is two different ways, right? Like for me, I'm like, I have my friends, I have my family, I have to continue to stream, so I'm going to continue to stream no matter what, right? You put on the face, you put on the mask, you go be a superhero, and you fucking save the world every day when you turn on your stream, right? Shah, how did you reinvent you? Like, when shit went down, you have the support system there, but, like, that's one element to it. Like, it's you, it comes down to you as well, right? Like, how did you know, like, this is what I need to do now for me?
I think I'm glad you asked this thing, because you said support system and shit like that. You got to be the superhero. I think, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't get no support system, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't get a support system. The support system was found through other people from me looking. What if I never got up and been like, yo, I need to lock the hell in and look at the camera and start talking to the camera like that? You feel me? Maybe a few friends here and there, but at the same time, maybe those friends would like tell you like you need to push yourself and do this. But then at the same time, they would talk shit and say something else.
But like,
you
got
are
to.
they really your support system if they're doing like 50-50? They're pushing you, but also doing shit behind your back. It's like, how do you know who's really your friend, right? So at the end of the day, if I didn't come up and be like, yo, I need to push myself to these levels, you feel me? Because I know no one else is going to do it. Then it's like, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in this position. I wouldn't be this confident. I wouldn't be able to talk this much and be so good at it, because I would have never tried in the first place. And I think, at the end of the day, again, no matter how much someone can support you, no matter how much someone tells you what to do, it's your own willpower to get up and go and do it. If you don't do that shit, you're never gonna get anywhere in life. You have yourself at the end of the day, at the end and at the start, you have yourself. You feel me? You don't know if anyone's gonna stick there. You don't know if anyone's gonna be there the whole time. You don't know any of that. So it's like, if you can't find yourself, it's over. You lost before you even started. If you truly can't find yourself and you only rely on other people for you to be there mentally, you already lost. Because then what if everyone left you? Then what happens? What if you're all by yourself and alone? Then you're cooked. Then you're screwed, right? Because then you hit rock bottom all over again, and you'll have no way to pick yourself back up. And I think that's really what you need to analyze. You need to find yourself. You need to find peace within yourself when shit goes hard. You need to find all of that shit within yourself. You need to figure out all of that. Fight the demons in your brain. Do all of it, however way you do it. Because it's like, if you don't, then you're not going to get anywhere, no matter how much someone tells you. And I learned that early on. That's why I don't like relying on people as much. And when I do, I get very scared, because now I'm opening a big part of myself that I never wanted to open, because I've seen what has happened when you rely on people. You get hurt. And that's all that's ever happened to me, is I've gotten hurt 99% of the time. So when I do open up and I do, like, give my heart to you in some way, right? It's like, damn, bro, that's a big part of me. Like, you're holding something very valuable. And if you tear that shit, it's like, yo, you will change me as a man. I will be completely changed afterwards. right? You screw that shit over, I will never be the same person again, ever. And I will be a completely different person. I might be heartless for a long, long time before I rebuild that and give someone that same level of trust again. So I think it all stems down to who you are and how you go about it. Because no matter someone helps you, it has to be you. It has to be. No one else can do it for you. No one's gonna tell you, Shiv, to get your ass up and spark up a stream.
Yeah.
No matter how much they push you, you're not. You have to physically get up, sit on a chair, and spark up the stream. No matter how much tells you. No offense to Jordy, but look at him in the chat. Yeah. Why the hell has he not been streaming it? No, let's take the shots though. Why the hell is he not streaming? You could we can take shots everywhere. He's talking about everybody got to be locked in. We tell his ass to go and start a stream. He's not starting a stream. It's like no matter how much you tell someone, they have to go and do that shit. So that's really what it is. That's really what it is.
Yeah, so let's keep the shots going, bro. I got you. Potential, Shah. When you see potential in other streamers and you know that they can do it, but then they're not doing it now, right? Like, what, like, for example, Mr. Jordy yourself, why no stream, right? You know what I mean? Yo, I saw it too, but he beat me to it. Yo, he's beating me to my, yo, this is amazing though. Fucking love it though. Because even some of the stuff that you said, bro, like, I need to do it. Because, like, for my next stage, for where we have to go, when that run, right? But, like, potential, right? Like, that's a starting point from everybody, right? How do you know, like, potential and privilege, I feel like go hand in hand right now. Because, like, let's be real, both me and you are very fortunate to be here, right? To have accomplished what the things we have done, right? And we're very privileged by it. Everybody's that's in chat it's a privilege to kind of be even on stream to kind of do this, right? And, like, timing as well. We don't know how much time we have. Like, it'll get a little bit dark here, but, like, that's true, right? How do you kind of, like, make use of your time with your potential to get what the best version of yourself, right? What do you need to do? Because, like, for example, somebody like Jordy, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we tell him all the time. You tell him, I tell him, bro. AK tells him, bro. You know, he gets heard all the time, though. But Jordy is a fantastic streamer, bro. Jordy just puts up a cam and talks to a girl, bro. 1.7 million clicks on Instagram, bro. That's facts, bro. You're not gonna, I apologize, bro. But, like, that's what it is, you know? He's that good. But then he doesn't want to stream. Why?
But it's things like this. Why? Because he's lazy. He's scared. That's what it is. Real shit. Real shit. He's lazy and he's scared. He's probably he's like, damn, like, maybe I'm just wasting my time. I'm scared that this shit can happen. You feel me? Or laziness. Do I even want to get up and do it? I'm gonna join every single segment, but I'm not gonna stream myself. Right?
Yeah.
I'm too lazy to click a damn button and start the stream. I'm too scared that I'm not gonna have enough viewers in my chat and the stream's gonna be ass because there's not many people typing. Right? And we all have these fears. It's not just him, it's all of us. We lose all our viewers, we have 1 or 2 viewers, we gonna feel the same way. Yeah. Right? But then it comes back to yourself. Can you sit there when the shit gets hard, sit there with nobody typing your chat, and go and do what you need to do, right? Because it all comes from fear. It all comes from you being a little scared and nervous and all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, man, you got to still do it. Like, respectfully so, hey, we're all men here. Yeah. We got to do it. Who gonna carry the boats in the log, Shiv? Who gonna carry the boats in the log? You gonna make the lady do it? Or you gonna get up and do that shit? You gonna be the superhero, right? Yeah. Then get your ass up when shit gets hard and do it. That's the problem. No one wants to do the hard shit when things get hard. They just want it easy. When the viewers are up, when everything's there, when you have like 20, 30 viewers averaging and they're just typing in your chat, shit's easy. What about when shit gets rough and you have 7 viewers averaging when you just average like 30? What happens then? Now you just hit rock bottom. Now you don't even want to stream. All your motivation's killed. You feel me? Your discipline's not want to be there anymore because you're like, what's the point? I just put all this work and it's not even there. Now, this shit's gonna be like, yo, I gotta dig really deep in my mind and just do something. Like, you gotta figure it out some way. Yeah. Cause now you have no reason to do it. And I've been in that position before.
Yeah, me too.
You have no reason to do it, but you still go and fucking do it. And that's what it takes. You know what I'm saying? To make it. That's what it takes to be successful. It takes it when you're literally broken in pieces and you rebuild it by yourself to some extent and you put it together. That's what it takes.
It's like building a house, right? Each brick has to go up, but it has to be a slow build, right? You can't build it fast, otherwise it will fall. Jordy, no disrespect, but like you're the perfect person in this situation, so you get.
He is. This is great. And like, he shouldn't take offense to this. No, but this is what it is. He shouldn't take offense to this. Exactly. He should take this as a lesson, and that's the problem we have in this whole underground thing too. No one takes criticism. They take it as, oh, he's dissing on me. Oh, he's making me feel bad. True. Yo, this whole game, you're gonna feel sad and bad, and your mental health gonna get ruined. Guess what? You're gonna have to still be there. You're gonna have to still lock in, and you're gonna still have to show up every single day, get rage baited by your chat, get made fun of, and go about it like how it is. Like, you gotta 100%. Have thick skin, because if you don't, you're gonna get ruined, walked all over by every single person. That's just the game, and people don't understand that. It's gonna be sunshine and rainbows. It's not. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be ruthless. It's gonna be cutthroat. It's gonna be mean. But you're gonna have to keep coming up every day because this is what you want, right?
Yeah. You have goals. Bills got to be paid. You know, you have to take care of your family depending on what your perspective is, right? We all have a different reason for why we do what we do, right? The question is, do you want to do what you need to do? You know what I mean? Nah, just and no. See, and then like the nonsense of ending Shaw, bro, it's mind blowing, bro. Because like, yo, there's people on Shaw. There's people even right now that want you to fail. There's people that want you to fail. There's people that want me to fail. I have my own people. But like, yo, instead of trying to think like, oh, I'm gonna bring this guy down, why not be like, yo, we can work together and build up, right? Like, yo, you're a very good person. I have told you this before. You and me kind of will be very similar length of how we kind of are too good for the people that we are around, right? And it's just in terms of like how much we care, right? But like that comes down to you and the kind-hearted person that I told you.
But Shiv, I can literally counter that exact thing what you just said. You said, why don't people work together and build instead of trying to tear apart? Why the hell would they want to do that when they know you're a threat? Why would they want a threat that speaks like this and goes absolutely crazy and is ruthless and is cutthroat and is willing to do anything that it takes to be someone that's leading the ship? Why would you want that? Because now he has all this influence and he's going, like, you know, he's on the path to make it. Now you feel threatened by him because you're like, oh shit, what if this dude leaves me? What if this dude switches up on me and says, peace, right? I'm not gonna be there with you, right? What if that happens? Now they're thinking all these scenarios in their head. This dude might leave me and he's gonna make it. Now I'm gonna be left behind and now he's gonna be the biggest and I was right there. I was right next to him. I was talking to him all the time and now he just left me. Now I have to tear him down before he gets to that level.
No. Counter to that. Counter to that now. I hit you with the counter. I'm there. I'm learning from the best. The best of the best is moving. They're going. I'm in the circle. I'm in the environment. The environment of how things are going. You mean to tell me I don't have the awareness to understand what's going on? I, the individual, or the people who are learning from you or watching you make these steps to kind of see the things that you're doing. Okay, I'm doing events, bro. I understand the planning of events. I'm doing these events, bro. Lock in. I'm in a space where people moving up. They're not moving this way. You're not talking shit about people regularly. You're not doing anything bad about anybody. You're focusing on one thing, and that's growing. If somebody is upset at you for wanting to grow and want the support system for you to grow, that's wild. That's wild, and that's blasphemy for common sense. Common sense, see, if I'm in a space where somebody that wants to grow and wants to do this, I also now have to make myself better. And I apologize if people actually have an issue with that. They don't have common sense. And I'm stating
it.
Shiv,
we're in a space full of retards.
No,
Nobody has common sense. We're retarded. All of us are retards. Nobody has common sense. Okay, so what are they gonna do? They're too lazy. They don't have hard work. They don't have shit. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna take your ass down because guess what? If you are about to win, no. Either you take me with you or I'm pulling your ass down with me. That's the thing. It's the ruthless game. Why the fuck would they want you to win and they get left behind? Why?
But why
if you're winning, they're not going to want you to win, bro.
If they feel that they're going to be left behind, they're not doing enough. They're not doing enough.
But they're lazy. They don't want to do enough.
Exactly. So then leave them there.
But that's the thing, though. If you leave them there, now they have this hatred and animosity.
No, because that's on them, though.
They want you to do all the work, all the grinding, all the mental destruction in your brain. Get to that level and pull their ass up, and they didn't have to do as much work as you did. That's what they want. That's what everybody wants. That's the whole thing. So they don't have to put as much work, effort, energy, like sacrifice that you did. They don't want to do that because they know what it can do to their mental health. If you go to that level, this shit will completely destroy your mental health. It will. Streaming will destroy your 100%. Mental health. I don't care what anyone says. 100%. It will. And you have to rebuild from that shit. Everybody's gone through a crazy mental health moment that has completely destroyed you. You have to rebuild, and nobody wants to really go through that like that. Nobody does, because it will screw you over. It screws you up, and bro, like the things you have to do, the sacrifice you have to make. I don't spend time with my family. I haven't hung out with my friends for like 5 months. I haven't done shit. I'm a homebody that does nothing. Yeah. Like, bro, it takes everything. And even then, when you're sacrificing everything and putting in all the work and energy into this shit, your viewers are dropping. Your segments are getting boring. Some shit's going on. Your clips aren't doing the clip things that they're supposed to be doing. And all of it feels like a big waste of time.
And that's where the outside noise wins, right? When they say it's a waste of time, you know, your family, your parents tell you you're on a computer all the time, you're inside the room, you're wasting time. You could go be doing something better with your life, right? Your friends are like, bro, you don't fuck with us anymore. We're out. You know what I mean? You're wasting time because you don't have the numbers or you're not feeling that, right? But like it's tough, right? It is. But like back high school days are over, bro. Group projects are done. This is a business at the end of the day. Twitch is a business. Each channel and each stream is an entity, right? You're a brand. And how you decide to move your brand is where you will go, right? I still find it blasphemy. I still find the people that kind of like this notion of like, yo, if like I take you down, I'm gonna take your community. Nobody's gonna go to you. People are gonna go up, right? And this is on a smaller level. We're talking about under 50 viewers, right? That we're dealing with us. The same notion that the people under 50 that we deal with, those guys up top, Kai, all of those guys, they have their same type of drama nonsense that goes on as well, right? It's the same thing, just at a different level, right? So the fact of the matter is, right, like when you get into the different level, all that changes is the people around you, right? So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's just tough, bro. It's tough as for what it is.
Right, but listen, Shiv, what did you say? You said Twitch is a business, right?
Yeah.
So, what happens with business? Business never really goes with friendship all the way. No. Business goes before friendship. So how the hell can you say streamers can be truly friends? The whole argument's flawed. How the hell can a streamer and a streamer be friends if it's a business? Now you're doing everything for your business. You're doing it for your PR because your PR needs to be saved over your friendship. Now your friendship's going to get tanked and your PR and your business going to be higher. The friendship sacrificed. Fuck the friendship. You're not going to be there for your friend if your business is at a point where you need it to be higher. But you can't. There's no way.
Yes and no. I think it depends on how we define friendship. Then how we define friendship, right? You
tell me what friendship is.
If you're saying if you're saying that I'm a streamer and I see you in the streamer and we just hop on a Discord call and we just talk every day for 4 to 5 months, we're friends. Okay, that is one thing. But again, that's just a face-to-face virtual thing. There's a difference of where you go to somebody, you actually fly out, you go across the world to like San Diego. I see you, we do an event, I get to know you a little bit more. You actually get to see the person in person. Now, back then, might not have been as close, right? But as we go through things, the rope that we build is stronger, right? And both sides, your side and my side, continues to get stronger as we go. For example, the rope mentality. I saw it from XQC, right? Two sides of the rope. As long as that rope is held on strong side, you're good, right? And that's the thing. If it does break and there is friction where there's a disagreement or something, you tie the rope back. And every time the rope is tied back, it's stronger than ever, right? And that's how you have a full length, right? So I think, for example, when you keep it just online, you get online friends, and that doesn't do well. When it comes out of online and it comes into person, and it's a person-to-person thing, because I've done it. I've flown across the country to meet people. You have done. I saw you at TwitchCon. Fantastic. You know what I mean? I'm going to somebody's wedding from somebody that I met online as well, right? And like that's just how it is. That's how friends are built, right? So yes, it can be. You can have friends because those are your support circle, right? That's your support circle when you're streaming, right? So. Take care, Jordy. See ya. But like that's how it is, right? So like for you, I think you can have friendships from here. It could be organic friends, and there could be also people that are not, right? But
yeah, but again, I can go about this again. Shivs, this is why this conversation will never end. Because what you said, oh, we're building this rope and we're going further, and when I make it to this level, whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
But you can't take everyone with you. I know hundreds of people. I'm not bringing all of them along. Respectfully so. They're not. But guess what? Now you have literally this little army over here, this group of people that will have so much hatred towards you. Because guess what? You didn't drag them up with you. You only picked a few people.
But
so then by itself, you're already cooked. Because how the hell they were friends though? I thought we were all friends. What happened?
But it comes out. But again, there's a difference. It's the mentality. And you hinted at right? The laziness and all that kind of stuff. Me and you are probably not gonna win this argument, right? It's gonna be a circle between me and you. But like, I agree. I don't think everybody is meant to go with you on your journey. But I think people are meant to be in your journey to experience things, right? So the people that you do have as hate, it's to prepare you for better. It's meant to prepare you for further on as you go, because now you know how to deal with stuff. You've at a very young portion in your career. How long have you been streaming for? 2 years now, max?
I want to say almost no. Like, really took it serious. Not even a year yet. Probably 9 months.
Bro, you're fresh. You're fresh in this game, bro. You're so fresh, bro. Pause.
I'm fresh in this game, and I feel like I've dealt with so much bullshit in the past 9-10 months. Bro, there's no, respectfully so, I truly don't think, with the way, like, you know, the streamers in our little area, right? This underground shit. Yeah. No one has dealt with more shit than me in these 10 months. No way, bro. 100%. There's nobody that's dealt with more shit than me. So I'm seeing this shit happen. I feel like I sped around all the bullshit you could possibly have as a streamer. Correct. In under 10 months. Bro, it's crazy. And that's why I have to have a very strong, and I'm passionate about this shit. And that's why I say you can barely trust anyone in here. Because again, in 10 months, most people can't even last. I've had every single reason to get the hell out of this shit. Why am I here? I don't like... I truly believe in my heart that I like moving in a good way. Like, I'm a good person. I like doing it like that, right? But when you hear everybody say, oh, he's messed up. Oh, screw this dude. Wow, why would he do this? You know, he's like this way. He's not genuine. He's fake, whatever. You're going to be like, what the hell, bro? All I've ever done is shown kindness to people. When have I ever just going around and just destroyed you? I didn't do that shit. But, like, people gonna do that in a heartbeat. Like, real shit. And then it's just gonna be like, wait, all this time, this 8 to 10 months that I spent to do whatever I did, right? All of that. You guys are gonna take one moment of my time. If I went in the wrong way, you're gonna take that one moment and forget about the entire 8 to 10 months that I just spent on every single person and say all of that was bullshit. I spent so much time, so much energy, so much money on this shit, you know, on this platform. Yeah. And now it's like, holy shit. It's like half of those people that I did it to, I don't even like you. I don't mess with you at all. So it's just like, bro, like what? I just feel like I wasted my time. And I'm still here streaming every day. Even after all of that shit, even though I don't like that. I hate when nice people get used. I hate when people just get abused all the time, even though it's like, yo, I get it. You told him what he needs to do, cool. Yet they're still on your ass because they don't want to see you grow. I've seen it all. Yet I'm still here. And I think that in itself takes a lot of willpower to even still be here, still stream every single day after dealing with everything you've dealt with and continue pushing on. And really improving from it, because all these lessons are something you can take from it, right? All the experiences, you learn lessons from them, and it depends how you use them. It's all how your brain operates. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Jeez. That's facts. Holy shit. This is lit. Sorry. I just, for me as like, as a streamer, somebody that like kind of,
my bad, you know, before you keep going, my bad. I get very passionate on
no,
this.
But you see,
people will see.
I understand. I relate because like, yo, for me, I've been so passionate about it. This is my fucking breathing ground of where I kind of like to go in. I understand. I picked, right? So like I'm learning from you right now as well, right? And it's just like everything that I've kind of thought of, or like my way of thinking, it's been like, yeah, you're on the right path. You're doing what you need to do, right? Like this is the type of mentality you need to have, right? Further side, I'll kind of tell you, like, I don't know if you watch, you know, Kobe or whatever, but like his mentality kind of thing. I think if you haven't already been aware of it, tap into that. Take a look at that. I could show you a couple of stuff about like how that works. Okay, but W subs. Okay, do your thing first. We get the subs going. Okay, W subs. Let's go.
They're going stupid. Bro.
We let them do it. Go do your thing. You know, this is your part.
I appreciate all of y'all, man. This is how we do it, bro. This is like, I know, and Shiv, like I know what you're saying. You feel me? I might need you to repeat that because it kind of just went over my head just a little bit. So repeat it a little bit. But I'm telling you, like these type of topics, man. Like, I love this shit. Like, I really love this shit because, again, it's topics that I feel like people don't like discussing about in the first place, which I like. I like topics that people don't like talking about.
Yeah,
it's, again, me too. It's different. It's different automatically. And
Spanner, welcome in. Hello.
It's just like, bro, it's a lot of things that I have kept inside, and I don't, like, speak on it. So when I do, it's like a relief. It's like, finally, I'm getting to speak what I want to do on my stream. I like talking like this. I like saying shit like this because I feel like people need to hear it, right? Yeah. Someone from this stream today will take something out of this and use it in their own life in some way. And that's my whole goal of this streaming shit. It's stuff like this where someone can take one sentence that you said and it can stick in their brain and they gonna take that shit for the rest of their life, for the rest of their streaming journey, for the rest of anything. It could be one sentence, one conversation, one anything. And it sticks with them in their heart and they're like, yo, this one person said that one thing and ever since then I've been locked in. You know what I mean? Me, right, Chico. WI5, another gifted.
WI5.
Damn!
Let's go.
Oh my god,
I'm
going crazy.
Man's from the UK. W Mans.
What's going on, Al? Yeah, but like Chico hasn't really tapped in with me. She even said me, right? Yeah. So shit like that, like someone that hasn't really came in like that, came in and it's like, yo, even me, like I'm taking some shit out of it, and that is the goal that I'm going for. You know?
Oh,
my
Jenna,
God!
Jenna. Okay, all right, Jenna, do your thing.
Oh, man, I'm a stud, Jenna. What another damn, hold on. What's going on, y'all?
Teddy, thank you for the follow.
Shit.
Much love. I appreciate you. Welcome to the squad.
Love y'all people, man.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I was gonna go somewhere with this, but you kind of hinted on this just now. Fuck.
Okay.
Fuck. I lost it. I fucking lost it. No, I lost it.
I'm sorry. Don't go ahead.
No. But like, no. But with regards, it'll come back to me. But like, mental health. Okay.
Mental health. Ooh, shit. Okay, mental health.
With regards to that, and that being said, right, like you mentioned, like now there's people. This might be we might get fucked up for this, but whatever. Fuck it. Let's ball. Those people
we might
that
get fucked up for this.
Wait,
hold on. Wait. What do you mean?
Those people with the negative mindset, right?
Okay.
Their mental health in terms of like what they're doing, like could that be a reason into why there is that notion of like I'm growing, but you guys are feeling that you're left behind, and that could be a thing that could be the issue of why there's that notion of there has to be a negative reaction to something good. Could it be?
Repeat that last sentence.
Like, could it be
because their mental health?
Could it be the mental health? Like, could that be the reason instead of it being ego and jealousy and all that kind of stuff? Right? Could that play a factor in terms of why they're more likely in a situation where somebody's growing and they're in a good environment, but they're more likely to think negatively? Or is it just strictly ego?
I think it's strictly ego. I don't think anything, because think about it. It's majority of people. It's not a few. It's not select. It's the majority. The majority think like this, and the people are gonna be like, "No, Shaw, you might be bugging out." No, the majority think they don't want you to win because they feel threatened. Why would they want someone that's a threat to go and be this big streamer? Why would they want that? They want that shit for themselves. Think about it like this. It's the same thing. When you have, I saw it in the Tweakathon. When one of my big gifters, Aurora X Cloud, gifted me a lot of subs and doing like that, I saw people coming out of the woodwork talking about, oh my God, you're making this much money, sub watching me, doing this, doing that. They're not there anymore when the subs are low. Where the hell are you? Think of it, man. It's everything. All of this shit plays a stem. Everything. You see, you notice all of it. So I be saying, I've seen it all. You see everything. When the subs were high, everyone's there. Everyone's checking in. Everyone's saying hi. When the subs are lower, everyone's not checking in as much. They're not saying hi. They're not doing any of that. What happened? So you were only there because I had a big gifter, so you could, get the gifter for yourself? That's how people think. It's the mentality. It's an ego thing. They want it for themselves. They want the money. They want the fame. They want to be better than you. They don't want you to be better than them. They don't. They don't. And that's why the whole topic goes back. Can you and the other person even be friends? Can you and another streamer truly be best friends? Can y'all? Because what if shit goes down? It's so rare. What if some shit happens? What if you guys aren't on the same team? What if they're plotting against you behind your back and you don't even know? Because you trust them. You're cooked. It's crazy. So I think it's all ego. I don't think nothing has to do with mental health. I think people, of course, they go through mental health because of the streams and shit's going on and it gets hard and stuff like that. But I think it's all ego because of the thing that they just don't want you to be better than them. And I think that is 99.9% of people. You might find a select few of people that are fine with you being better. You feel me? And that's the same thing with a relationship.
Yeah.
You feel me? This can go with a relationship too. This shit, yo. Yeah, I'm telling you. Go ahead, Shiv. I'm gonna keep going.
No. I mean, bro, if you got questions, you go. I'll give you my best shot to answer too. But like, you know what I mean? Like that's. I think you're spot on it. You're spot on the things that you're saying, right? Because they're true, right? Like, you see people in here. They're streamers. They're not people who are streamers, right? There's people who vibe with you for the sake of the content that you provide, the how you make them feel, right? How do you know to build the community the correct way, right? Because
before we get into that, I want you to answer his question. He said, I feel like that younger viewers are more like that. Do you agree or disagree that younger viewers are more the ego ones? Because if that's the case, then wouldn't you say younger people are more the ones that are on the thing right now? I would say the older people are kind of like, it's more like younger people that are in the streams. In my opinion, I feel a lot more younger people. Like, would you say a lot of people you talk to are younger?
Yeah. Now, especially like you're 21.
If it's younger people, wouldn't you be like, okay, so younger people are more like that? That means the youth is completely fried. That means the people
100%.
that are growing up right now, and we are growing, like this, my age, people that are 21, 20, 19, 18, 25, even 25, like whatever, they're all like that. So that means we're all cooked. That means the youth that is coming up right now are fried. That means Gen Z is fried.
Yeah. In a sense, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We're cooked. Because like,
we're cooked.
And now if you wanted to relate it to streaming, I would say, would you say, I think I would say very much that the people that do just chatting segments right now are very lucky to kind of just do just chatting segments. And it's not like, now hear me out with this, and like it might be the younger ones of the underground community, I would say, doing this, right? The ones that kind of establish themselves and kind of put this stuff in, right? Like they've done the time, they've done the content, you've done the events, you've done the forums, you've done the creative ideas. I'm talking about the ones now that come in and just copy, rinse, repeat what has been done by somebody like yourself 3-4 months, right? Like I think we're in an era now that you can just say whatever you want to say and it has no repercussions. Is that fair to say?
100%. But what you just said, you can say whatever you want to say, but there's no repercussions. But that, again, is all bullshit. You have to say what the media tells you to say. You have to say the shit that is on this level that's not so controversial. The right takes. The takes that everybody wants to hear. That's the takes that'll be completely fine. You can say whatever you want. You can't truly say what you want to say, because if you go against the majority, you gonna get slammed to the ground. So wait, can you really say what the hell you want to say? Or you gonna get destroyed for having a completely different opinion and a different take than everyone else? So this shit, it's really because you're going with the approach that everyone's taking. You're not going with not the minority. You're going with the majority, because the majority is the right take. It's the right opinion. If you have a different opinion than the majority, then you will get fried every single time. If you have a completely different take, if you don't agree with someone, if your opinion is different, nobody's gonna mess with you. They're gonna be like, why do you feel like this? Why are you like this? Oh wow, L opinion, L take, whatever the case may be. So it's shit. I don't know. I feel like you have to agree with what people tell you to say, basically. You have to agree with the majority. If you go with the minority, you're fried. That's what I think.
No, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I
Shiv, I'm stumping you, gang. Hold on, you're supposed to be my uncle. He's supposed to get me in check.
See, like,
you're like, nah, Shaw, you wrong. Screw that shit.
See, like, I'm also trying to. I was told this was supposed to be PR PR control here for both of us. You know what I mean? Just in case. But no, I'm joking. All jokes aside, I was like, I think like, okay, so hear me out, right? With this just chatting stuff, even that stuff that's going on right now, like, people are using it as a way to, like, it's a new thing, right? To grow, right? But like, what happens now that when the just chatting stuff stops doing, right? What happens to all of these guys? They're cooked, right? Because if the just chatting segment ends, or the just chatting streamers, like, there's no more, like, that's not the it thing anymore. The younger generations can't do this, right? See, I grew up in an era where gaming is good. You have to be good in the gaming, right? And if you're not good at the game, nobody's gonna watch you. Now you don't even have to be good at the game, bro. I'm ass, but I got sprinkler aim, and bro, people still watch my gameplay, right? Whatever. That's a side note, but like, that's the thing now, right? We're in an era where it's different, right? You can kind of hop on, say what you want to say. You know, people have said what they say. You were in a situation where you didn't even say anything and you got fucked over for it, which is stupid. Completely nonsense, right? Like, you didn't even say anything, but it's your fault, right? Again, like, that's the thing, right? People can say other things and they blame somebody else for it, right? What happens now when there's a change in the shift of dynamics? Right now, I don't see the categories in Twitch changing from like a just chatting segment. I think that's where more mainstream comes in, because you get to learn more about the individuals, right? But like, what happens if it does switch? Could that be a factor? Because I'm trying to find the notion.
I'll tell you if it switches. I'll give you some examples too. I know perfect about this shit. This is why I love when you bring up topics like this. I think they will be completely screwed, and I'll tell you this why. You can look at from people when I started. I can say my own experience. I've talked to so many people that have quit streaming. So many that have told me, looked me in the eyes, told me they will never quit. They swore, they promised, they did everything they said that they wouldn't do, and they didn't keep to their word. They didn't. They lost. They gave up. They quit. All of them, right? Only a select few kept going, right? Only a select few pushed through the hard shit and kept pushing themselves, right? So if you're telling me, and think about it like this, when Kai did his Mafia-thon, a lot of people were like, oh, the viewers are getting suctioned away, or they're not staying as much. They got into their own head, and they quit as well. So because Kai, a big streamer, does his own thing, they were crying, and they were like, my viewers are dropping, this is happening, that's happening, oh shit, what's going on? And they wanted to leave as well, and they did leave, a lot of them. A lot of people complained, and they stayed, right? For clips or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
A lot of people did leave for the Kai thing. So if you're telling me the just chatting shit would get removed, then people would be completely screwed. Because then guess what? People wouldn't come up with ideas and shit like that. A lot of people are just following someone else completely, right? they're not taking inspiration from them. They're just completely following and taking exactly what they're doing, right? So when you're not your own person and you're not following what you think you're supposed to be doing, right, in your own way, because again, people are watching you for you. They're not watching you because you're the next this and you're the next that. They're watching you because you're the next Shivbucket. You're the next Shahsotweaky. That's why they're watching. You're not watching you because you're the next this person. You're your own person. You're not someone else, right? So when you're just going in the path and following exactly what the hell they're doing, then you don't have your own personality. You don't have your own thing to you. You're not unique, right? And I think a lot of people would just get wiped out. They would just be wiped. And we're already seeing that without shit like that happening. A lot of the switch is going to IRL. A lot of hype is on IRL. People are like, desktop streaming is dead. You can't build a community off desktop streaming. It's like, no, you just suck. You just suck ass. You're just shit. You're just garbage. Be better. That's all it is. Mix in the IRLs then, if that's the case. But desktop streaming will always be the core of bringing the community in. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you can't say that. You can't just blame it on something else and be like, this is why it's dying. Because then you could make the whole argument that it's like, oh shit, oh, streaming is so saturated now. Then why are we seeing new people coming out of nowhere? You feel me? For example, I don't know if you knew them, like Reem Knox and Madi Too Hotty. You feel me? Like they came out of nowhere. They're with Blackboy Max, and now they're doing their own shit. You feel me? You can't say that. Someone will always be the saturation bullshit that everyone says. I used to think like that. Now look at me. There's no way. It's just, you get lucky, right? A lot of it's luck, and a lot of it's just outperforming. That's what it is. They kept working, they kept pushing, their clips went viral, and they kept going. That's what it is. You can't take away their work ethic. Yeah, they got lucky, but they still kept doing it. Some people get lucky in their first month of streaming. Some people get lucky 3 years down the line. Guess what? You guys they still have to maintain their level of the level they're at. You get to a certain level, you're at 30, 40, 50 viewers. Now you got to maintain a higher level because now you're holding a bigger attention span.
Right.
You get to 1,000, now you're holding an even bigger attention span, so you got to do even more crazy shit. That's what it is. So I think most people don't even get in the first place. So if you think like something powerful and you take shit away, then they're cooked completely.
Correct. Hold on, no. We almost had enough. He's with us still. He's still with us.
Oh.
Hold on.
Yep, I'm still here.
He's still here. No. Oh, he might be cooked. Hold on. Okay, he's back. Okay, we're back.
I'm here. I'm back.
Yeah.
I think I should be back. What's going on, Serenity? Okay. What's up with you? I haven't been reading chat. I'm sorry.
No.
Having part is blocked, like not having segments. What's going on, Drex's lady? What's up with you?
Also, if you guys have questions, please just drop them in chat. We will get to them at some point in time. I feel like I told him, I'm like, when we were doing this, if they have questions, we'll just go for that. But like, we don't, if there's, again, you guys are contributing, we see it, I see the comments, he sees it, we go, and we kind of go off of that, right? So like, please keep the questions coming, you know what I mean? Because like, again, this is something that not only me and him kind of know, but like you guys to pick up, and he's hit the point. Take something back with it, whether you're a streamer or you're not a streamer, right? That's what it's all about, right? That's what this thing is kind of there, right? The bros, I'm hearing, what? 2 different things? I'm confused. What do you mean? What do you mean you're confused?
What do you mean you're confused? Okay, go ahead. My fault, shit.
Yo, bro.
If chat wants to add, guys, if you guys want to ask anything, you can. I'm sorry. I just get very, very passionate about the shit I talk about.
Oh,
you both were speaking at the same time.
Sorry.
My fault. Shiv was basically saying, if you have any questions, we were basically talking about streaming, the life of the streamer and how you got to go about it. We brought up some relationship stuff. We brought up some other stuff. Y'all can bring up any topics you want and we can talk about it. But we're really just talking about what it takes to become like a streamer and like the mental behind it and like the friendships, you know what I'm saying? Everything. Like what are real friendships and stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions, bro, I'm down. You guys know I love this shit. I love talking. So when it is a talking segment and there's topics to talk about, I'm gonna be passionate as shit about it and keep going on with it. Consistency is one of them for sure. Oh, that's a question you have? So what do you think, Shiv? Go ahead.
I mean, well, as he kind of pulled it up, and now I use this as a reference point, 5 years. I've got 5 years of consistency streaming. He kind of put me on blast that one night when you did the tier list, right? And honestly, bro, thank you for that. Because, like, and I told this to AK too, right? Like, I'm a very competitive person in my own right. You ranked me a very low level. I think it was a C. And I told AK, when he put me in his one, he ranked me a C as well, but I told him to put me at the end of the list. For me, like, again, I'll talk to you off stream about this, but I think Kobe Bryant, basketball player, you have to know who he is. His mentality, type of thing, something that I kind of took in, and I kind of I learned it very well. So one thing I have is I have a screenshot from your tier list with the streamers, and I have AK's tier list from the streamers. And I used that because you told me I needed to light a fire under my ass, and it wasn't because like my content was stale. Well, it was, but I kind of I'm correcting that now as I go. But I made a list of like all these streamers that are ahead of me, and the way how I kind of see it now is an additional level of motivation is to line them all up and take them all out one at a time, right? So you want to run through them, right? Because you already know you're going to stream, right? I've streamed for 5 years. I've learned everything different years, right? Each year I kind of gain 1,000 or whatever it was as I travel through, right? So consistency, it doesn't mean just doing the same thing every day. It's doing something at a rate that is going to provide a result where you're always growing. So that's my level of consistency, or how I see consistency. Yes, I know you said 5 years of kind of same level, right? And that's great. But like you're also trying, like the game itself wasn't the same for every 5 years. It switched. And like,
yes,
that's where the peak and valleys kind of had to recover. Thankfully, I've been consistently at an okay point where I've kind of done this where it doesn't matter what I do, people will still come in. Now, in terms of the added bonus for either side, I lose out. Right? So now it's just in a new era now, it's to push forward, right? Because I think that's why it was like that for me.
Yeah. They asked another question. They said, Shiv, if you had a mindset that you're not going to succeed, what brings someone to keep going in your mind?
If I had a mindset of I'm not going to succeed, what would bring... No. There's like, see, I can't have that mindset. Like there's always going to be something where I'm focused because I have a goal. Like the reason why I want to stream and the reason why I do something is because I'm going to get it done. You have to dream for you have dreams, you have goals, you have things. If you go in with the mindset that these goals that I want, I'm not gonna make it, there's no way you're gonna achieve it at all. You have to go in with your goal, your dream, and believe that you can do it. Right? Bet on yourself every time, right? Basketball reference, Fred VanVleet. You know, he bet on himself. He got a fucking $40 million contract. He blew up from there, right? But like that's the thing. You have to trust yourself. You have to be comfortable with who you are, what you have, like who you are, whether it be height, abilities, good looking, not good looking. You know what I mean? You know, be who you are, right? Because that's all you got, right? And once you're comfortable with that, and you're comfortable with your own skin, that's when you can now focus. Like, let me be better. So there is no like mindset that I'm doing something with a negative effect. It's always to grow. And if you do that, whether you have a job in real life or you're doing this for Twitch, you're hanging out with friends and you're antisocial as fuck, you come on Twitch to make friends, you can go and do the same thing in real life. That's the whole point about being in people's streams like Shaw, like mine's, or any other streamer that you kind of fuck with really heavy. Take the stuff that they're doing, look at what they're doing, and I'll apply back to real life. It works.
Yeah, real shit. Damn. Okay, Shiv. Okay, one more, and then we can go back and forth.
Okay,
they said, has any, because I kind of answered it, has any family member been against you streaming in any way?
Yeah.
For you? Because I had said
both
no
of them.
for me. I had no support.
Okay,
both of you.
my dad,
absolutely
not. My mom, she doesn't. Well, see, this is where like I'm kind of fortunate, right? Or I would say privileged, right? My dad doesn't believe in it whatsoever. Doesn't understand it, doesn't care. Says it's a waste of time. My mom, she doesn't also believe it's into something, but she gives me the support to go out and try.
Yes, so, I'm the same exact way, Shiv. Almost literally identical.
Yeah. I come from a West Indian background, so from the Caribbean, like it's very like, okay, go and do something for yourself. Like go out. I have my 9 to 5, and it's a solid job. You know, we're comfortable. We're good there. We're able to provide income. We're able to like if you take out streaming and just like everyday life, I could make a life out of this. So you just need a partner now, and you can live. Your family like perfect. However, I'm somebody that like I can't stay boxed in. I feel boxed in, and I feel where streaming is, I'm able to kind of be free and do what I need to do and have the space to kind of go and create what I need to create with the content that we do, right? So this is where I want to be. This is where I want to grow, right? So like my mom, she does allow the space. She was on stream not too long ago. Side note, all jokes aside, she was on a stream with AK when he did his 24 hours, and we did like a whole segment of Q&A and stuff. And she said it on the stream there too. She doesn't believe in the streaming thing, but she believes in but she supports me to do this. So that's the reality of what it is, right? And like that's just mine and Shaw's reality, where you're not getting the support from family, but you have to lock in, because it's not that you're trying to prove them wrong. It's because you're trying to break the mold and the stereotypes of how things should be. Right?
Yeah, and I think when people say the prove them wrong that's exactly what they're trying to say. They're not trying to say like prove them wrong because they
Yeah.
don't like believe in you. I'm sure they believe in you to an extent, but it's just it's a misconception, like Jenna just said in the chat. It's a misconception rather than malicious. It's like they don't understand it, and you can't be mad at your parents about that shit,
No.
nor
No.
your friends, nor
No.
anyone. They just don't get it, bro. And if they don't get it, don't be upset at them for that.
No.
Just do what you need to do, man.
Yeah.
Just like that's all it is.
And I've told my dad, like, I've told him, like, I understand you don't get what I'm trying to do here or this. And I'm like, that's totally fine. I have no ill will towards you. Like, I know what you mean and I understand where you're coming from. I don't blame you, but like, you get lucky enough, right? And you get to that level where it makes a difference. You have generational wealth, right? And that feeling that you can provide, like, I'm very much family oriented, or like being able to provide with your family with generational wealth. That's something that like that's as close as you can to like a legacy, right? That's there's nothing more priceless than that, right? So you try to do that, right? So that's just how I see it. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Okay, I like that. That's a good answer, Shiv. That's a good answer. I feel like Jenna's been asking some good ones.
Yeah.
He said, if you stopped... Oh, no. Okay, that was Serenity Petit asked the family one. And then Jenna asked the one before that. Jenna said, if you stopped enjoying streaming, would you keep doing it? Okay, I'll go first on this one. Because I've had times that I didn't enjoy it. But you reflect, right? This is why you always take the time to reflect and look at why you began in the first place. Why did you enjoy streaming? Question yourself about every single thing that you ever did. Why did you enjoy doing anything in your life in the first place? Why did you start it? Why did you enjoy it? And why don't you like it anymore? My reason for not liking streaming was the people in streaming. I don't like it because of the people here. I don't like, no, dead ass. I stopped liking it because the people are in the game. The people who I'm with and I'm competing against, I stopped liking it. It's the fakeness. It's the not genuineness. It's the switching up on you in a second, in a heartbeat. They don't mess with you. That's why I stopped liking it. It's not because I stopped liking that me entertaining, me having fun, me saying what I want to say, me going up to the camera and about to give it a kiss. Like, I didn't stop it because of that. Or not wanting to stop it. I stopped it because I didn't want to be around people that are negative energy, because respectfully so, like, I've been in an environment in my own living home that I've been around a lot of negative energy, and I want that in a space that I'm in that I think should be positive reinforcement. It should be positive energy pushing me forward, pushing me to that next level, not more negative shit. And I was like, yo, what the hell? Why am I in a space that, again, I'm dealing with it in my real life, now I'm dealing with my internet life? What the hell is going on? Now I'm dealing it with both aspects. Where is the positive energy? It's very hard to overcome being mentally better if you're only surrounded by negativity. You feel me? If negative energy is always around you, how are you going to overcome that and be a better person and being able to give positive energy to other people? You feel me? That's why bullies are created. That's why people that beat each other up at school are probably created from the environment they were in. They were created in a negative environment. Now they go to school and now they're bullying the other person, throwing milk and shit at them, right? Why is that? Who knows what's happening at family home? Who knows what's happening, how they're treated, right? They have nothing better. They have no one. They feel like there's no support system. So it all stems from the same shit, right? And it's like, why the hell would I want to be around negativity when if I was getting positive energy and positive fuel in my head, then I would only be doing the right things and not get in my own head and overthink all the time. But the problem is I have very select few people that are positive in my life, that really push me, that tell me what I need to be hearing. You know what I'm saying? Give me constructive criticism and push me. And it's like, that's what I need. I don't need to hear the bullshit and say, you're never going to make it. You're wasting your time. You're a racist. You hate people, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, that's just stupid. Like, why are you telling me bullshit that I don't want to hear? It's not getting me anymore. You're wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? You're just feeding me bullshit, and you're making me feel worse about myself every single day. So that's why I wanted to stop. But then I realized, why am I stopping for other people? I'm doing this shit for myself. Why the hell am I stopping for you?
Yeah.
Why? So then the question goes back. See, this is why you need to sometimes be alone with your own mind. I get it. It's very hard to be in your own head and fight your own thoughts. I get that. But sometimes you'll get all the answers in itself. Why are you doing this for other people if you came in the game to do it for yourself? You wanted to be the streamer because you like it and you're enjoying it, right? You want to be an entertainer and you have a mission to do something. If you have a mission to do that, then it all stems from you. So why are you doing it for other people, right? Yeah, my mission is to help inspire everyone, yes, but that's my mission. That's what I want to do. So why am I going to stop because someone told me not to do that? That's why I'm still here.
Exactly. So now, based on that, I'm going to question and maybe add something to what you just said to keep you talking here. Wouldn't creating the community that you have, or the channel that you have, right, with the people that come into your channel, be the starting point for where that vision, that energy, that type of positivity, or the people you're around will be the place where you should be. So rather, like, I know they say networking is important and all that kind of stuff, but fuck it. You don't need to network. You can just lock in, do your thing, and then as people come in, if they like your vibes, they stay. If they don't like the vibes, fuck off, right? But like, your community is your starting point. So whether your community is 10, 15, 55, 500, right? Like, that's your place where you are able to kind of truly be who you are, because they understand who you are, they like who you are for some reason, and they vibe out, right? Now, the intentions of if they're fake or they're not fake, that comes down later on down the road of how close they get to you, right?
Wait.
Take
Say
care,
that last
Alex.
part
Take care,
again.
Alex. Within the community, right? Like when with the people that come into your community, right? Like those people now, right? That as the terms of like they come into your community as just a viewer or a watcher, um, how close they get to you, that's where they determine if you are able to determine if they're fake or not. But if they come in and they vibe and they like who you are, isn't that good enough? Like to kind of get the motivation to kind of keep going, or get like, because you don't
Yes,
really.
that is good enough. 100%. 100%. No, you are
Aviva,
right.
welcome in. Hello,
Everybody that
hello.
comes in the community you
If
have
you have any
is,
questions to
is
ask
going to give you
ask
the
Shaw, please
motivation and
do.
is going to
Please
want
do
to
if you
push
have
you
any
harder,
questions you
right?
want to learn,
But
Viva.
also, you're not
He's on a
you
roll
have
right
your
now.
community, right? But you got to remember, in that community, in a group, there's a group within the group. Remember that.
Yes.
That's a real shit.
Yes,
100%. In a
100%.
group, there's a group within a group. So in your community, there's a community within a community, which means you're going to be closer to a few people. If I'm being completely honest, I love my com and I love the people with me. But who I really trust will be a select handful of people.
100%.
It will be.
Right.
That's just a fact, naturally. Full trust will be a select hand of few people, right? And a lot of people that you thought were your com, right, for my experience, that I thought were my com, switched them on me in a heartbeat. So how do I know which one's real and which one's not? So now you're taking the risk. Yes, they're your motivation, but they can be your biggest weakness as well, because they're your motivation. They can just slaughter you. Your community could leave in a heartbeat.
Right.
Now your community's gone because some bad shit happened, and they're gonna take the other side and not believe you, right? What if they believe the other side? They don't believe you anymore. Then it's like, bye community. You spent all this time, you spent all this hard work, you did all of this just for nothing. Now you're back to square one. You started at zero, and it feels like you haven't done shit. Of course, you got the experience. You learned a lot, so it's not for nothing. But it feels like it's for nothing. It feels like you didn't do shit. It feels like you're starting all over again. And I can speak on this because I've rebuilt my community like 5 times. Right. So I've rebuilt, and I thought those people that I trust that will stick with me through thick and thin, there was like one or two people. The only person that has been with theirs is like OG like that, were been my true trolls, like Meezy Jesu, that you see all the time. You feel me? Has been like Shanti's World, and the one that really has never taken a break in the first place is Arima. Yeah. He's never taken a break from me. Everybody else has either taken a break, taken time, even the OGs, and some of them just completely left. So it's like, who is really there though? That's what I'm saying, Shiv. Because again, you got to remember, they have their own life. They have their own thing that they're doing. So how can they really be there for you and only you? They can't. Not always. They can't. If they are, then goddamn, you have a diamond. You have a diamond with you, like, for real. You have diamond with you, and you don't want to lose someone like that. But like everybody else, bro, they're not gonna stick around with you like that. They almost can't.
No.
Their life cannot involve you like that. No. They can't. Right. Unless you're dating them or some shit like that. That's different though. Yeah. But like besides that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but isn't
even your own calm could switch up on you in a heartbeat. And that's why you have to a calm within a calm. It's like community within community. Who is like the loyal, locked in, you know they're not gonna leave you almost type of people, and then you'll only get like 3 probably.
That's true, but now this is me kind of deep diving a little bit further, because like I like to play, like I like to put perspective is everything, right? And how you kind of do things. You might say sometimes like I might be too PR, or I for example, not you, but like it might, like I might look at things too nice, right? But isn't that the true essence of like how you can kind of mirror Twitch and the whole social dynamic bullshit to what life is, when you can kind of relate it? Because like you will always rebuild the different chapters of your life. In Twitch, you're gonna go through different chapters as well, where you go through highs and lows, you rebuild. You've done it 5 times. You've went through 5 different chapters where you can kind of say, right? Isn't that like a beautiful thing if you look at it as a whole? Obviously, I know in reality, business, I'm trying to make my money. I'm trying to move as fast as I can. Great. But in terms of growing, developing the non-quantifiable things, isn't that what essentially life is in terms of like redefining who you are? Because I think over the 5 times you're 5 different people, right? It's a fluffy effect, right? It's a fluffy answer, but like it's also another perspective, a way of looking at it. This time now, you're gonna grow into a new version of yourself.
Got it, because you're saying through all the experience I've had. Exactly, yes. That's what I'm saying. It's not a waste of time, but goddamn, does it feel like it's a waste of time? That's what I'm trying to say. The initial feeling, which is why most people quit and most people leave, it's that initial thought, it's that initial week, it's that initial month that you're like, God damn, I spent all this time, I spent all these clips, I spent all this energy in VC calls and this and DMs and all of this shit for them to just leave me all over again. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, I have like, I don't know how people are, but I have a fear of abandonment. I don't like people telling me they gonna stick with me, telling me they gonna stay with me, promise me, look at me dead in the eye, swearing to me, and then just leaving me. And I feel like I've seen that everywhere. You feel me? And up most Twitch is the most. When they will say they ain't gonna leave you, they ride or die, they locked in with you, and they've only left you. And you've had to like build, you have to be like a stone almost. Like you have to be so like locked in and composed and not let that affect you. But I've been someone that's like, I feel like everyone's abandoned me. You know what I'm saying? Like in a heartbeat, and it just hurts. It hurts every time. But it's like, yo, you got to be strong enough to come back and still like perform. Because it's like, no matter what happens, you feel me? The work, you know what I'm saying? Everyone else is getting ahead. You want to take 2-3 weeks off? You want to take a month off?
We can't do that. We can't do that.
Has a month ahead of you.
That's not gonna happen.
You can't do that.
No,
you don't have time. So.
No.
And bro, I was having this conversation yesterday. It's like I think like this. It's like the same people that tell me, yo, Shah, take the rest you need and take this and take the week off and 2 weeks off you need it. I get where you're coming from, but stop telling me that bullshit. Stop telling me I'm gonna take 2 weeks off. Cause yes, you're trying to be their emotional support, but at the same time, you're telling me this shit. But my competitors are going off and finishing the cross, like they're crossing the line for the finish line. They're finishing the race, and I'm still here back here, and I'm getting screwed. Like you're telling me to wait 3 weeks, but it's like, bro, I can't. Tell me, hey, I understand. Take the day, maybe take the second day, but lock back in. You don't want to stop, bro. I get it. It's tough. Times are tough, but I need someone to keep me composed and keep me level-headed. Like I cannot stop, bro. I cannot. There's no way.
I agree with you. I agree with you. You're not going to get me to stop as well. 100%. You're going to have to pull me away from this if I can, right? But question right there. Comparison, right? You're focused on your competitors, right? Isn't the person that you should be focusing on in terms of you should be competing against is yourself, Shah? Because when you are focusing on you to be better and you're competing on yourself to be even better that you are, you're going to do even better things, no? When... Like and like 2 questions. There's that.
You're saying don't compare. Wait. Repeat the 2 questions again.
So like okay, so that's the first thing, right? Comparison, because you said your competitors. You see your competitors going over the finish line. But like even if they go over the finish line, fuck them, right? You know where you gotta go, and like you don't need their effect to kind of trickle down to you because you're Shahsotweaky. You're the guy. You're that guy. You have that aura. You have that creative drive. Nobody is going to be creative as much as you are. You and yourself, when it comes to your creative vision, is one of one, right? Regardless of myself, Jaden Violet, fucking XQC, Kai Sanat, Pokimane, fucking Hassan, we see them all, right? Fuck those guys. Individually, they're one of ones, right? So because you're not somebody that's a copycat, you're somebody that's an innovator, right? You innovate. So comparison should just really be drawn down to you, because when it's drawn down to you, you're less likely to fall, right? And now, with regards to the ability to take time off, right? Instead of taking 2 weeks off, is there a way that you can kind of figure? I haven't been able to figure this out. I've done one day a week, but is there a way that you kind of in your way have figured out a way to kind of not take 2 weeks off to get back locked in, but to remove yourself from Twitch for a minute or so to like get the space that you need to then go back in?
Okay. So I'm seeing all sorts of things. Sometimes you need to look at yourself. It's okay to compare. Sometimes it's unhealthy a lot. I'm going to say it like this. I see where y'all coming from. And I think, yes, comparing too much is a problem in its own. I get that. But at the same time, from my own experience, if I didn't compare to myself to other people, I would not have gotten to this level. And that's just what it is. If I didn't have that ruthless-ass mentality where I put my mental health out of hold just to push myself as a streamer, I wouldn't be here, okay? W500 biddies. Oh, my goodness.
Let's go.
I wouldn't be here if... W biddies. I would not have been here if I know you're good. I would not have been here and had this type of ruthless mentality and kept going and kept pushing if I didn't compare myself to other people. Yes, it can be the thief of joy, but it's also it's also something that pushes you and it's endless fuel. Yes, you're comparing yourself, but it's the way you use it. It's the way you go about it. I'm using my competitors as fuel for me to work even harder. You know what I'm saying? I know everyone goes through mental health problems. I know everyone goes through it like this. But at the same time, it's like it's like, yo, I can't stop because of that, yo. Like, and also on the other hand, is also like, yo, I might just get too lazy. Oh shit, I need the 2 weeks. Now I'm coming back on stream all lazy and shit, and I don't really want to do it. And that momentum and that fuel I had is kind of gone. It kind of shriveled away, and now I'm not the same streamer as I once was because I took someone's advice telling me, oh shit, you should take a long break. Like, no, because I feel like if I did take a long break these past months, I would not have came back, Shiv. I would not. I know that. The thing is, I know myself. Yeah. I know if I took 3 weeks off and someone said, yo, come back, bro, why the hell would I come back? I'm off of a platform that I think is fake as shit. My mental isn't getting as drained. All this shit is going on. Why the hell would I come back? It makes no sense. I'm not making enough money to live off of it. I'm not getting shit. Yeah, I'm helping a lot of people and I appreciate that. But then I would just come in once a week and I wouldn't really care as much and how hard I worked in the first place. Because then I could come in, spread my information of how I talk and then move on. So I don't need to take it as serious. So all of the things I pushed myself so much and so hard for would just kind of stop on its own because I took the time off so long, right? And then to the other question of taking the time off. Bro, the only time I've ever taken off has been maybe not even 24 hours, 12 hours?
Yeah.
12 hours and I'm back in the game, 16 hours, 18, 9, 20, 23 hours because I'm back in. I stream every single day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't take breaks. So it's like, for me, I've adopted this mindset that I need like a shower or I need a run or I need to go to the gym or I need to do something where I can basically get a cool off and I can come back. Maybe that's why my name is Tweaker. I'm a tweaker, Shiv. I'm able to come back. I'm able to recover quick. Take me one adrenaline shot. Boom.
Boom.
I'm back in the game. I'm back at it, right? I'm back. Yeah. I'm back, bro. You can't, as many times as I've wanted to quit, as many times as I've wanted to leave, I'm back, bro. How are you not completely fried, streaming for 300 plus days nonstop? How are you continuously doing this? Maybe it wasn't the best mental frame to go in with, but it's the reason I'm here, so why would I take that away? Why would I stop comparing myself to people if it's the reason I got to this level? And look how many people look at me as an inspiration.
Yeah.
I did it to that level because I looked at my competitors and how far they went in the things they did. You feel what I'm saying? If I didn't do that, then would I have gotten to this point? So then I would have to re-back all what I've done? Like, it would, you know what I'm saying? It would completely mess up my mental model and my mental frame.
No. You're right. I think it was Jenna that asked what's the ideal length. I would say it doesn't come. I can't tell you what it is. He can't tell you he'll tell you never stream. I will tell you don't take no breaks. But it's something that you have to figure out what works for you with your lifestyle, with how your daily routine is, with your family, all the dynamic, whatever that amount is, that's your you take that and then you come back in. But you make the purpose that when you come back in, you're going to be better. You can't come back in and want to do the same half-ass stuff. If you come back in and you're doing half-ass or worse than what you're doing before, it makes no sense. He's right. Pack it up, ship it up, go get a second job and call it a day, right?
But that's the thing though, Shiv. Look at how many people have taken a break and never came back the same.
And like,
think about it, bro. And that's what the experiences I looked at. I look at that shit. And then look at the viewership. The viewership's dropped and tanked. And guess what? Yeah, you have your loyal community. But in that loyal community that you thought was so loyal to you, guess what? They found a new streamer because you took 3 weeks off. Now you're cooked. So everything has its own thing on its own. You take 3-4 weeks off. Now they found a new streamer. Now they not even gonna watch you no more. Now you have that main people, the community within a community that will always come back. But now you just lost a bunch of viewers. Now that is getting into your mental. You fixed one problem just to create another. Now you lost your viewers. Now you're like, oh shit, how am I gonna rebuild this and get my viewers back? Because now I dropped like 10 plus viewers. So now you're creating, because you took this much break, you took this break because you're saying, oh, I needed a break, I needed 3 weeks off, whatever the case may be. Now you have another problem that you got to worry about, which is viewers, which a lot of people cannot handle well. And you're going to be like, why am I streaming? And now you're not going to want to stream. You're going to get lazy. You're not going to want to push yourself. And then you're going to probably want to quit.
So now, with that being said, could the aspect of fun, I know, again, we're very busy, like it's a business aspect, but the aspect to make sure that that doesn't happen, could that be because of the fun of it, the enjoyment of streaming goes away? People lose that aspect of streaming, which is why they don't come back the same. Because for me, and like the way that how I see it, like if I'm enjoying hopping on stream, talking to whoever comes in, right? I'm enjoying doing what I'm going to do. I'm more likely to do it more, if not at a higher rate, because now I'm getting more and more fun. I enjoy the segments that I do, the content that I create, right? My biggest thing is I'm like, are you doing, when you hop on stream now, like my perspective has changed on streaming. It isn't just coming to play with viewers or play with community engagement. It's like, can you do creative ass shit, right? If you're doing creative shit, you're more likely to have more fun. You're less likely to take a break. could those things now from my content side reduce the effects of what you just said?
Hold on, I got you, Shiv.
No ways.
So you're saying, can it deflect, or can it like cool down the effect of you wanting to come back because you're doing fun things outside?
Well, no. Like if your content is if your content is cool, or you're thinking in a way where I'm trying to do cool content, or I'm having fun with my content, you're less likely to take a break because you're enjoying what you're doing. If you enjoy hopping on stream and from 5 to 10, I'm having fun. I had fun today. Tomorrow, by day 3, I'm having even more fun. By day 5, my content is creative. I'm doing different things, but I'm enjoying it. I'm going to stream longer. Now, that might not lead to growth, but you're getting something out of it. You're more likely to stay on streaming, stay locked in on your goals, stay locked in on your thing, rather than leaving and fizzling away. And even if you do take a break for a day or two, you're coming back better than ever than 3 steps below. Also, Jenna, thank you for following. Welcome to the squad.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
So I see what you're trying to say. You're saying if you do,
also thank you for the sub,
come
Jenna.
back
Much
and
love.
you do what you want to do and you want to enjoy and whatever the case may
Yes.
be, you're doing that. Cool, got it. Okay. It all depends who you are and what goals you have. For me, if I'm doing exactly what I want and I'm having fun and not worrying about whatever the case may be and I'm not getting any growth out of it, it's gonna throw me in
Thank you, chat. I appreciate you.
I'm not gonna feel
much
good.
love.
I'm gonna feel like ass because I want to be the best streamer. And if I want to be the best streamer, I need growth and I need to see myself going in that path. So if I see myself doing exactly what I want to do every single time and not going in that path, then it's only gonna lead me into another spiral all the way back down, making me feel worse than ever before, and I'm not gonna even want to do it. If I'm not making any type of growth and I know that this is not that entertaining, but I'm having fun and I'm just enjoying it because I'm vibing and I'm doing this, then I'm not gonna enjoy that because I want to win. I want to win. I want to be the best. I want to grow. I want to have the community. People call me the viewer stealer. Shit, I want the viewers. Give them to me. You feel me? I'll get them right. I'll slap them on the head, get them right real quick. Like, I want them, right? So it's like, if I'm not getting them and they're not watching me and they don't find me entertaining, then it's going to be like, oh shit, you feel me? I'm not going to feel good anymore. I might feel good for the first few weeks because I'm doing what I want. But then after that, if I'm seeing the viewers drop or they're not really watching me and no growth's really happening, and I feel like I'm just wasting my time because I want to make this my main career and my main living. If I'm not doing this as my main shit, then I'm not doing it right because I want this shit to be the thing that makes generational wealth. I want this to be the reason I get rich as shit. This is the reason that gets me the income to get me whatever else I need to do. Gets me money. I invest in other shit and I just build this generational fund that I can just fund my family, fund myself, fund my family that I make with babies with my girl, shit like that, and create another life. That's what I want. If I'm not getting to that point, then I'm not doing something right. In my opinion.
Fair. And I, with your opinion, I can't say it's facts or not because that's the whole thing with streaming. We cannot say what is factual and what's the correct way to do it because there's no right way to do it in streaming. Right? There's no right way, right? Otherwise, everybody would be a streamer. Everybody would be a top tier content creator if there was a right way to do it. Everybody's way is unique and it's different, right? So with that being said now...
But shit, before you go...
Yeah.
Before you go... I see what you're saying. Everybody's own way is different, right?
Yeah.
But also, what else is different? Their goals. If your goal is to be the best, then you're gonna have to do shit that's gonna lead you to grow to be the best. If you're not growing to be the best, then guess what? It's not gonna be. Then you're not gonna be happy with what you're doing because you're not growing.
That's true. Fair enough. But I'm talking about. But I'm kind of putting it in a way where, in order to be the best, you have to think outside the box. We can't go with the same mindset of like, hey, I'm an underground streamer. These are what the underground streamers do. Fucking events, Google Docs, what's it called? Words on stream. I do words on stream, so I'm gonna say words on stream. What's it called? Song battles, rinse, repeat, Among Us, viewer lobbies, whatever. You can't do that same method over and over again and expect to receive number one. It's not gonna work. You have to think outside the box, and there's very few people that understand that and will think outside of the box. And when you think outside of the box, you now are able to experience the growth that you're talking about. Right? So
yes.
there you have to be you have to be different.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, you have to. But then you're not gonna do exactly what you want to do. And not every streamer did it. I mean, some did, but not every single one did exactly what they wanted to do, exactly when they wanted to do it.
Correct.
Nobody wants to stream all the time. No one wants to stream all the time. I don't. I come on stream sometimes, I feel like complete dog shit. I don't want to do this shit. Sometimes I'm like, bro, I don't feel good. I don't feel like doing this because I know I'm going to be a yapper and I'm going to keep talking and my throat's hurting and I don't really want to do that, but I'm going to come in and do it regardless, right? Because sometimes in life you got to do things that you don't want to do because that's what you're supposed to do.
But that separates you from being a leader and a follower, though.
Exactly.
Right.
But most people don't have that leadership role and
exactly.
They aren't leaders.
But which is fine.
They think they're leaders, but they're not leaders.
Which is fine. Ethan, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the squad. But that's something I've had to learn over the 5 years with streaming as well. When you're doing groups or you're trying to create a community of streamers that to work with or stuff like that, not everybody wants to be a leader. There are people that want to be a follower and are okay being a follower, and there are people that are leading. And the ones that lead are the ones that are able to make the difference. You are a leader. You are somebody that when you set your mind on something, you are creatively and instinctively different than everybody else. And that is something that should be always remembered. Like, it should not be taken for granted. That's something that I think, and me and you kind of do the same thing for. Whatever our level of success that we have, we're okay with that, but we're always pushing for 3 steps further. Myself and you. I kind of see it in a sense. I do that. So I don't take the time to stop and appreciate what I have. Maybe once in a while we too do that. We take a look to see what we actually have established. In 8 months, you have established something that very few people are able to do. And for that, I commend you, right? Your community will troll you, but they troll you out of love because they see the effort and stuff that you put in. That's why they're there every day. That's why, or every day that you stream, that's why they show up. Even if it's to say hi or bye with a lurk, that's what they do it. I'm going to hit you with another perspective, right? And this is coming from like the fluffy side of stuff, right? Yes, it's a grind to take followers and stuff, right? But me and you both know we can't control how the followers come in. If people come into your stream, they come into your stream. If they don't come into the stream, they don't come into the stream. But one thing me and you both know that we can do is be creatively different and outstanding than everybody else. And if we are, people will come in because they will tap in. They will want to see what you're doing. So for that, I think, what you have is always like, and what you have, like, yes, you've kind of had to go through 5 different chapters, but it's a reminder for you to also be aware, like in the 8 months or 9 months that you've been here, what you have done is fan-fucking-tastic. And you should never, like, let it go for granted because, again, as you said, there's people waiting to take what you have, but they're not going to get it. And you know this as well. They're not going to get it because as long as you have your drive and your motivation, your support system is great, you're locked in. And this might be a glaze session for yourself. It might be, but what I'm seeing this is the reality of what's going on. You have surrounded with streamers who, from what I have known, and we kind of cross paths, admire you. They look up to you because they're seeing the level of stuff, right? And this is where, like, I know they don't tell you as much sometimes, but I can tell you, right? I told AK the same thing. Like, I tell him, he's blessed. I see it in yourself as well. You're a blessed person. And the people that are around you and do see that will be the ones to reap the benefits from what you are. The people that don't, they're not meant to be what you said. You told me this last night. They're not meant to be around with the people that you are. So just remember that, And it's kind of just as a reminder, sir. You've done a fantastic job. And you're going to continue to do a fantastic job. So I know you might not like it, and you might hate to appreciate it. I do too. I don't like to be told this, right? But it's a reminder. I think it's perspective, and what you have kind of said and established is fantastic. Nobody will ever be able to take away what you've got. Remember that. And anybody that's in chat here watching and hating, suck his dick, bro. Fuck you guys. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be able to do that, right? Like, if you're in chat, like, fucking watching this, despising somebody, like, fuck that. You know what I mean? But, like, that's the reality of what it is, right? You've done a lot, so it's commendable, right? So, thank you, sir. That's what I will say, It's like, okay, Cash. Nah. Of course, Cash. Of course it's Cash. Out of all people, Cash Kai, bro. Motherfucker's probably streaming right now, laughing with his stupid ass teeth out, bro. Cash. Bro, what are we doing, bro? Cash. What are we doing, bro? You know what I mean? Nah, all jokes aside, I love Cash, bro. Cash is W guy, bro. Cash is somebody I feel like does,
if you think about it, you've done more than 99% of people on this app. Yeah, I would agree with that. I suck for the free iPhone lock-in game. We hate Shah. Right. Crazy. Listen, I agree with you, Shiv, and I think you're the same way because no one's at where you're at. Where you're in your position, held the consistency of 5 years straight. No one's done that shit. So remember that and keep that to yourself, bro. Everybody has their own thing that they've done that I've never seen. I've never talked to anyone in this where we are, because we're in the same playing field right now.
Yep.
In your level, with how long you've done it for, everybody else has given up, and you have a mentality that a lot of people will never have. 5 years of consistency, bro. That takes like a madman. I'm so serious. That dead ass takes a madman. You got to be a little insane in the head to keep going like this, and you're doing it, bro. And I truly believe you continue pushing, something will happen, bro. Like I said, it could take a year, it could take 7 years, but it will happen. It will. If you're pushing that hard and you're pushing that much, something will happen. Something will happen. Either you'll find someone, either something will happen. You know what I'm saying? You're pushing yourself, you're leading, you have a lot of valuable information you're giving out. You know what I mean? So it's like the willpower. Yeah, the willpower is crazy, shit. I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
And I appreciate the glaze.
How do you do my how do you think what I just did for you and you do better than that, bro? That's wild. You know what I mean? But like, hey, I appreciate it. No, thank you. But
you said I did better than that.
Yeah,
you think
bro.
So?
That like, again, bro. I don't like to hear these kind of things. My thing is like, the stuff that we do, like take a look and see what we're doing, right? Like I see like, yo, the stuff that you did in December, that's fucking amazing shit, bro. Learn from that. Like understand like the time, the process, what all of the detail that goes in, right? And if you can take like 2% of that and apply it to your stream, you're drastically better as a streamer, right? And that's the thing, right? Like that's what I've always kind of how I've been able to see, like, you know. But people don't see it like that, and that's why they are where they are. See it like that. And that's
why they don't grow. They see it as jealousy, and that's what I'm saying. They see it in the bad way of being jealous and envy. You could be jealous in a good way. There's bad jealousy, there's good jealousy, and that's really what it comes down to. But Shiv, as much as I would really love to yap, I do gotta open my fast, and I gotta leave in the next 3 minutes. We gotta wrap this shit up.
You call it.
But speaking of this shit, bro, we need to do this again, bro. I ain't gonna lie, you unlock something else, bro. I need this shit. Oh. I realized like I need this back and forth shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Like it's helping me. It's helping me a lot, and I think it's helping a lot of people in the chat as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime.
And you're looking cute, and I want to look at you while I like see you in your face. And
I'll try and let me. What's your favorite color?
What's my red?
Okay, I'll try and have like a red bedroom next time. So it'll make it.
Ooh, you gonna have a red room for me? Hold on,
right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, for you.
You gonna have a red room for me?
Yeah, for you. That's We'll call it red room with Sean Shiv. You know what I mean? It's perfect. You know, there we go.
Oh shit.
We'll change our sense of stability. Fuck that shit now. You know. But no, Sean.
Right there, red room.
Yeah, I know you gotta go.
Come on, new boyfriend.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, anybody in chat, I apologize. You know, Sean's a great guy. You know, fantastic individual. W friend.
I do have a lady and shit, but she ain't gonna mind. She knows I'm like dating.
Well, we'll save the lady and all that kind of topic for the next time because I think we left a whole bunch of different discussion about.
We did. We got. But we need more time. We need 2 hours. Well, we need as much time as we had right now. 2-hour limit, so that way we get to the topics. But how did y'all feel in the chat? You feel what I'm saying? Did y'all enjoy this shit, man?
Yep.
For the people that were in here the whole time,
Thank you.
We're bouncing in and out, man. I hope you guys enjoyed on some shit, bro. Me and Shiv, I think, bro, we gotta do this again.
100%.
If I'm being honest, you ask great questions and you're able to counteract my takes on those questions.
Okay.
And then we just go back and forth, bro. We just go back and forth. We don't stop, and I think that just makes a good. It's like some podcast shit on some real. Like we're
100%.
like podcasting, but we're entertaining with a podcast to make the audience want to enjoy, sit there and watch us. So I really enjoyed, bro. This shit was amazing, man. You're a goat, bro.
Thank you.
Tell me when you want to do this shit again.
You let me know. You let me know your schedule.
Once every 2 weeks. Or I'm down, bro.
I'm down. We can kind of do this. I appreciate it.
And Shiv, how many streamers you do this with? Podcast. What's going on, Peter?
I've only started to do this with other streamers as of last week. I did it with one of the other streamers, and she's in chat. Her name was Viva, so I had like her to give us like from like an adult standpoint of like having to like family life, work, all that kind of stuff, and now to do streaming and balancing that. And now you're the second person, sir. So I appreciate that. But yeah, we can do this more. And
let's definitely do it. I'm definitely down, bro. And I love picking apart people's brain, bro. And I think you're someone I always love talking to older people. I'm naturally gravitated to older people, I think, because I like the wisdom of it. You feel what I'm saying? I like the wisdom. I like learning, man. I like when someone challenges me and it gets me to grow, bro, every single time. Yeah. So like when you do that shit and you're asking me these counter questions and I'm able to combat it, it's only getting me sharper in the head. You know what I'm saying? I'm only getting sharper by this every single time. So
hell, I'm monk, but I see a lot of myself in you, sir. So like, you know, go out there, be great, bro. The world is yours. Ball out, take it, and run with it. You know. So I'll let you go because I don't want to take up any more time because I know fast and all that kind of stuff is important. So we'll talk. I'll talk to you a little bit later. You do your thing. Chat. Nice to meet you all. And yeah, if you guys want it back, tell Shaw, and we can we'll figure out something. So
yes, sir, man. And make sure y'all give Shivbuckets a follow, bro. If you look at my title, it should be right there. It should be right there. Yeah, just make sure y'all give him a follow, bro. He's a good dude, really kind, really nice, man. One of the nicest people I've ever met. Yo, he doesn't like the glaze. He looks cute. I'm gonna give him a kiss later tonight.
Okay, yes. We'll talk tonight then, sir. Take care, man.
All right, man. All right then, Shiv. I'll catch you, bro. Have a good one.
Bye-bye, Shah. See you, chat.